Macaroni. Hey. Thank you for choosing the Fair Weather Podcast. Your boy 2K Suave. I'm joined with my dog A Rod. He got the Lloyd hat on right now. I'm just out here just trying to, keep my wits together. We trying to keep our shit together. A Rod, how's your day going? How's your week going? Don't give me no negative shit. I need to hear some positivity. Tell me the most fun thing you've done in the last 7 days.
I'm just here to record, man.
Tell me the most fun thing you've done in the last 7 days. I don't give a damn. You telling me?
It's been Spain, but the S is silent. I'm
Oh my
not kidding.
god.
It has not been a good few weeks for me, man. But the most fun thing is Shotgun Guy's engaged, so he's staying.
Whoa!
Yeah.
Engaged.
Mhm.
Look at that. That's beautiful. So that's why he's trying to get some parlays going. He got to be able to afford this shit, huh? Let me just back this up. I'm gonna back up all this. All right, if you were with us last week, we gave you a nice little episode of some NFC breakdown. Today we got an AFC breakdown. But before we do that, I would like to get to your crazy, wacky, funny. A Rod, what you got?
For crazy, wacky, funny, I honestly have nothing at the moment that comes to mind. I've been kind of plugged out of sports for a few days with things, so
It ain't got to be sports. I mean, just shit. Give me some
I mean, if you watch the
pop culture.
if you watch the DNC yesterday, I mean, the Obamas just came out and put the hammer in the coffin on a bunch of Trump stuff. So
Oh, word. I don't be paying attention to none. No kind of politics, man. I just keep to myself and make sure that my shit good. You know what I'm saying?
hey, if
Um,
if Barack or Michelle speaks, I'll listen, man. They speak like get my attention every time.
Hey, Barry O still him, dog. Barry O is still him. I would say for me, I'm all the way caught up on the Chicago Bears. What you call it?
What are you thinking so far of
What do you
it?
call that shit again?
Hard Knocks.
Hard Knocks. I'm all the way caught up.
What do you think of it so far?
You know what I hate the most? I
Hmm.
hate Hard Knocks because I be starting to fall in love with shit, and I'm not supposed to. I'm like, nah, I'm an Eagles fan. We'll just keep it that way. I like Caleb Williams, man. Like,
I do
I like.
too.
I'm like, yo, this dude's gonna be nice for real, for real. But like, I think like he's ready already, and I like that. I like how the team. I think I like the camaraderie of the team. Like they're not doing nothing crazy. Like you saw the Jet season, they brought in Saweetie, well not Saweetie, Glorilla, and they doing all this wild shit. All they doing is slipping, sliding, and hanging out with Lil Durk.
Jets didn't bring in Sweeney. That was the Steelers that brought in Sweeney.
No, I meant Glorilla.
Oh, Glorilla was with
Glorilla.
the Steelers.
Nah, y'all brought in Glorilla. Yeah, Glow.
We
Oh no,
brought
it was the other chick. Y'all brought in one of those
Sexy
female
Red, I
rappers.
think. I think we brought in
Sexy
Sexy
Red.
Red.
Nah, I don't know who it was. Long story short, to me, the Bears seem like a grown-up organization right now, and it's like really cool to see. Like I don't know, I'm just a
And
fan of Romo
Dirk,
Doomsday.
Dirkio was just like talking about shooting people about a year ago, man. He's on his
Hey,
thing, but he's a
hey,
Chicago native, so I
he's a
respect that.
Chicago native,
Just
and they,
like Detroit brought in Eminem for that. So
I never heard Lil Durk speak like normally. I don't even know how he sounded. I was like, oh, that's how you sound for real. I've only
brought
heard his rap voice.
we brought Method Man too. Method Man came in one of the episodes too. And
Yeah, that
then
was dope.
you found out Liv Schreiber was the freaking voice behind the whole thing in that one.
Fun fact. So I was watching the beginning of it with my wife yesterday, and she saw in the credits Liv Schreiber. I'm like, you won't even guess who that's the dude that's doing the voice. And she was like, yes, I would. And then she's listening. She was like, there's no way that's him. I'm like, exactly. This shit don't make no sense. But the Jets, y'all, we gonna get to the AFC East a little bit later, but shit just been kind of just chaotic. Whereas Chicago, man, it seems like a good vibe over there. That brand new stadium that they building for Caleb is gonna be nice. I mean, even the GM dude was like, "We're gonna be good for a few years." So like you ain't gotta sit down in your seat. I'm like, "You're right." And then I saw Caleb throwing this shit on the sideline to Rome. I was like, "Golly." And then the top Bajan kid, his dad is dope, and this kid could play. The kid could play.
He
The
played
dude
last
who,
year. He played
yeah, I
last.
remember, I remember. And then the other backup quarterback that did the Keisha Cole shit.
Hmm.
Dog, he murdered it. It was beautiful. I was like, yo, this is a team right here. So I'm not saying I'm a Bears fan. All I'm saying is that if you see me with like a Caleb Williams like T-shirt on, like one of them little, cool little T-shirt like my Devontae Smith one. I don't want to be judged. I don't want to be
I'm
judged.
I'm
So.
rooting, I'm rooting I'm rooting for them, man. I am. I want Caleb Williams to do good, and I'm a big DJ Moore fan. So
And then we talked about it last week. It's like, where does Keenan Allen fit into this fucking equation, dog? Like, they just paid this man DJ, and Rome, their connection is good. Keenan is just there, just gonna be. He's
But you,
like,
but you know how hard Knocks is,
I
man.
know, I know.
Kids are gonna be like, "Oh, gotta get reach and get Rome," and then he doesn't play much. Like, you know how.
I'm reaching. I'm reaching.
Pause.
Oh,
Pause.
hey, I'm just repeating that for you. But anyway, outside of that, real quick, with your Yankees, y'all doing well. Y'all doing all right. Y'all have lost three in a row, but y'all still doing well. We doing all right. We've lost a little bit, but we doing good. So
You know what's
all I'm
fun?
saying,
You know what should my wacky, craziest story should have been is every time MLB Instagram page posts like what the playoff pictures would look like, it's when the Yankees lose and they're in the second
yeah.
place. They're in like third place or something like that, or the wild card spot. That really pisses me off every time I see that.
And even though the Astros lost today to the Red Sox, I just want people to know that they 10 games over 500. Like, they just turned their season around.
And they
Def-
started 15. They started 15 behind the Mariners.
That's what I'm saying. They definitely gonna win their division. Like, it's here we go again. Like, even if Aaron Judge hits another 60 home runs this year, it ain't gonna it might not matter. It might not matter.
Oh shit. Here we go again.
And last week you asked me, oh, who got more wins? We both got the same amount of wins now. So I'm like in the 73 club that we in. All right. The Dodgers got 75. All right. Let's do our AFC breakdown preview show today. We gonna save the AFC East for last from a dog A Rod, and then maybe we might get a guest appearance from the worst team in the NFL, the New England Patriots.
Who announced their week. No, they didn't announce their week one starting quarterback yet. I'm sorry. Never
They
mind.
have not yet, but we'll get to them. We'll get to them.
Possibly you.
We it could be you. But I want to start with what, to me, I did like a composite of all the best teams, of like the best team, like the best division, basically. To
Please don't
me,
say the West this time again.
nah, we
We're
fucked up with
gonna
that one. We
that.
thought, hey, we thought, and that's where we started, because we're starting with because where Russell Wilson went to the Broncos. We thought, oh shit, now we got Russell in Pittsburgh. So, but we gonna start with the AFC North. Um, I mean, the over. So we used the Hard Rock betting app for our over unders this week. Shout out to Hard Rock. If y'all want to shoot us over a little sponsor, that'd be fantastic. But Baltimore, there is a set at 10.5. Bengals a set at 10.5. Cleveland 8.5, and Pittsburgh 8.5. So long story short, no matter what, Vegas, according to Hard Rock, is like they all gonna get at least around 500. Unfortunately, we don't have 16 games anymore. So this 17 game shit is annoying to me, because like 500 is such a cool number. Oh, we was 500, but now it's like you can only go 8 and 9 or 9 and 8. But anyway, I'm gonna start with the defending division winners, the Baltimore Ravens. So similar to what we did on the last show. I wanted to kind of some of the off-season moves as far as like departures and arrivals. Um, over under what we gonna do with their win total, and then I'm also gonna ask like a random like a burning question and kind of just get your opinion on everything. But from my perspective, I would say obviously the biggest signing to me was obviously going to be was King Henry, right? Like it's like
Yeah.
King Henry. And spoiler alert, that would be my draft person. Like if my one fantasy player that I want from this football team, at all they got Zay Flowers, they got all that shit. I want King Henry, because in this offense, Lord Jesus, have mercy. So, but outside of that, I mean, were there any? And then also the drafting of Nate Wiggins. He looks good. But outside of that, were there any big signings that you jotted down?
Kyle Van Noy. That's it. He's a good linebacker, edge rusher to have in your locker room.
He's a good locker
Uh,
room guy. Period.
yeah. That's really it that I saw. Um,
No more Gus Edwards. No more J.K.
yeah,
Dobbins.
They purged the running back room. Your touchdown shark and Gus Edwards of 2 years ago, and then the promising of J.K. Dobbins. They finally moved on from that, and it's both of those guys are Los Angeles Chargers problems now. So
Shout out to my dog Harbaugh. He know what to do with that. But what I mean, so let's start with Lamar Jackson. So he's the reigning MVP, second time. Um, no matter what though, he's still somebody who's going to get a lot of criticism, because when it's the regular season, he turned that shit up, and then it gets to the playoffs, and it just seems to be a little bit of a lull. The most recent being another loss to Patrick Mahomes. What I mean for me, like what does Lamar have to what does Lamar have to prove this year that to you that he can like finally get this shit done? Is it going to be Super Bowl or bust, or are we just like, all right, what are we supposed to do with like what we got going on in Baltimore?
I don't think it's Super Bowl or bust. I think it's I hate saying that with teams like the Bills that have kept it the same for so long. It's Super Bowl or bust. With the Ravens, they're always rotating and trying to change things and make things work. They're bringing in an Odell, realizing that maybe we can move on from Odell, and what we really need is a solid, competent running back and a Derrick Henry with this offensive line we have. I don't think it's bust. I think it's how you as a team can keep yourself consistent to be in the playoffs and be consistent to win your division. So I don't want to say it's Super Bowl or bust because Lamar is still very young, and the team makeup they draft well. The team makeup is good. The morale is good. Harbaugh is one of the best coaches in the NFL. I don't care what you say. I think what Lamar doesn't have to prove anything to me. I think it comes down to the rest of the team. Is it more complete than it is last year? And I think it is more complete than it is last year. With the addition of King Henry, is what they were missing is a competent running back. Because what did we
Is
say?
that what they were missing though? Because they ran the ball well last year.
They did run the ball last year. They did run the ball, but it was a collective. There wasn't one guy that you were like, that's the guy. What's the meme of Leonardo DiCaprio?
Yeah.
Right there.
Yeah.
Yep. It wasn't that. So now you've got a guy that's your clear-cut bell cow running back and Derrick Henry, and then Lamar can do what we wanted to see him do, as he did last year, throw the ball more. And Zay Flowers is a budding star. Rashad Bateman, I mean, we'll see.
He's still there.
He's still there.
Mark Andrews.
Mark Andrews is back. We'll see how healthy he is, and then the rookie guy they got too. So we'll see everybody that is on the field and what they can do. I like the makeup of this team. I think they win the division in my opinion. I think they win, and it's a tough division. It's a very, very tough division, but I think they win the division.
So we're a little ahead of ourselves on the division winner, but I got the winner of the division as well.
Always gotta think ahead.
So are we both going over on the Baltimore 10.5?
I'm gonna go over. Yes, I'm gonna go over on that.
I'm going over, and I'm locking them in like at 13-4. Now, on the flip side, they have the 29th ranked schedule, which means they have the fourth hardest schedule in the league. And even with that, I think just the addition of a Derrick Henry to an already dominant Lamar Jackson just makes it so much harder for the other defenses to kind of deal with Lamar. So you're gonna get one-on-ones on the outside with everybody. So who would be your fantasy pick? Like you got to have them.
I mean, the clear cut is either Lamar or Derrick, but remember how I do this. I do this as like, who's the guy not in the top 3-4 rounds that you're looking at?
Who's your value pick?
The target I'm looking at is take the gamble on Mark Andrews, because that's the guy. I don't know where he is in the tight end rankings.
Why would that be a gamble?
Because he's coming off an injury. And sometimes people don't come back from that. But I would take Mark Andrews. That would be my pick.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't call that a gamble. I think he's still going. I think he's still tight end 2 or 3. So, yeah. So
if he's tight end 2 or 3, then the second one I would say would be take a gamble on Rashad Bateman. This is his year to get busy because it's contract year. Do we keep him? Do we not?
Yeah, he's going. Yeah, Mark Andrews is going 48 right now.
Okay.
Right behind. He's tight end 4, right behind Kelsey, Laporta, and McBride. McBride is just like a hair over him. So
I wouldn't touch McBride with a 10-foot pole, man.
Man, that's because you hate Arizona. That's why.
No, it's not. I think last time it was just garbage play that they needed to play, and that was it. I mean, but do you? Hey,
Yeah,
don't let
hey,
take them.
they got Marvin Harrison now. That's my guy. You know what I'm saying? So even though I don't care about Ohio State, that's my dog. But let's move on to me their toughest competition in that division, the Cincinnati Bengals. We got Joe Burrow. It's really crazy when you look at his career. A lot of just the dude made the Super Bowl, but outside of that, I feel like he's just been hurt. It's like Ohio State when he was there, he couldn't get into the starting lineup. LSU, we didn't know who he was until we knew who he was. Won the national championship, got hurt rookie year, got to the beat Patrick Mahomes, got to the Super Bowl, and it's just been kind of just like a up and down kind of roller coaster for him. So, I think just looking at Joe, I think he needs to stay upright. Like when we look at Cincinnati, their win total is also set at 10.5. Funny enough, it's like for as far as like the division winner, Cincinnati is plus 140, Baltimore plus 145. So Hard Rock is leaning a little slightly to Cincinnati, but I can see why because they have the sixth easiest schedule in the league. So Baltimore got the 29th easiest, meaning like they have the fifth hardest, and Cincinnati got the sixth easiest. So I can see why that would be a thing. As far as like key offseason moves, no more Joe Mixon, that's my dog. But they got Zach Moss now. T. Higgins got franchise tag. They drafted him Marius Mims. I like that pick. They drafted Chris Jenkins from the University of Michigan for a D tackle. I like that pick as well. Always say build your offensive defensive line. They did exactly that. Any other moves that you jotted down?
Mike Gesicki might benefit from this team as opposed to being with the Patriots.
Yeah.
Trent Brown's 1-year deal. Cody Ford resigned to a 1-year deal. Sheldon Rankins is like a move around guy, but he's a very he played for the Jets and he was a good D tackle for us.
Yeah.
Von Bell 1-year deal and Geno Stone a 2-year deal as well. So they beefed up, with B, C grade players, but I think those type of guys are the ones that make your team complete. I don't know. I know he requested a trade.
When did he do that?
Beginning of the offseason, he requested a trade. So I don't know if he's like disgruntled or what, or showing up to training camp.
It's always gonna be money. Him and Higgins. I mean, think about it. Higgins didn't want to go nowhere either. I mean, wanted to leave, and let me see the latest news that I got on Trey, as of 11 hours ago. He's in the lineup. He's playing, so he's at camp. So
he's
As of May 14th, he said he's committed to staying with Cincinnati. So yeah, they got past that.
So they're probably gonna work out a deal for him. So
he's a dog. He's a dog.
He's a dog. Like I was familiar with his game, but I didn't know it was like that till he was the one when he left New Orleans. So yeah. I was like, all right. My bold prediction on the year was Zach Moss will be a top 5 running back in fantasy. So I'm sticking my guns to that.
I draft him. That's my guy. I'll draft him too.
I would draft him too. I think Zach Moss is a serviceable running back, and I just think Buffalo kills your chances to be a good running back until they, decide to be like, well, we got to change it up now. So,
so we got the win. So I could see why their win total is at 10.5 because, like I said, and I have them going over as well. So I have Baltimore going over and I have Cincinnati going over. I was tempted to almost pick Cincinnati to be my division winner. I just feel like I need to maybe my bias kicked in with Lamar. I'm like, look, after you lost again to Patrick Mahomes, like not even again, after you lost again in like an important playoff game where this time you were at home, all the shit was there for you. The game wasn't reached the whole time, and you weren't able to get it done. I feel like him and Harbaugh, and then bringing in Henry, I went with Baltimore to go 13-4 and then win the division. I got Cincinnati going 12-5 and winning the division. But I mean, not winning the division, but becoming the second in the division. But if you ask me, because like Cincinnati and Baltimore could very well play each other in the playoffs. If it came down, I don't care where the game's being played. I feel like I would still probably pick Cincinnati to beat Baltimore in the playoff game. So that's kind of like that's where I'm at with that. It's just like a weird, just when Joe is Joe, there's nothing. It's like he's very good. I don't know, man. What you going over on that 10.5?
I'm taking the under on it. I'm gonna
The
take the
under.
taking the under.
You a
I'm
hater,
taking the under.
dog.
I'm
You a
not
hater
a
on my dog
I'm,
Eminem.
I'm truly not a hater. I'm truly not a hater. I go by what I see from teams. I think the darling year that they made the Super Bowl and Vic made us a believer, I'm not rooting against them. I'm truly not, and I'm taking my fandom out of this with Lamar Jackson, and the Ravens organization. That's the closet team that I root for, by the way, is the Ravens. So, um, I I just think that there's you know how I say, like, there's something not right there. Like, I have that feeling there. I have that feeling in Cincinnati. I don't know what it is. If it's T Higgins, like, I deserve wide receiver one money, but I'm a two. You saw what I did this year, and then the next year I kind of like fumbled the bag, and now it's like, okay, I still deserve the year before that. I
Jamar Chase is still going through contract shit too, because
and
he's
Jamar too. Like, there's
yeah.
and Hendrickson is committed to playing, but like, do we know what's really going on? This
Damn,
I put
damn.
it.
We got one of these.
Yeah, I go, like, I think they're going to be successful. I think they'll make the playoffs. And then injuries. The injury bug is like bad in Cincinnati always, whether it's the quarterback or a player's out at the wrong time of the game. Like, they could be 8 games up. Like, remember last year they started slow and then they started to pick it up, and then was it Joe got hurt again, and then it was
Joe
just
got
like,
hurt again. Yeah.
yeah. So I need to see, like, the blonde hair Joe. I like this. I like that a lot. I like Joe Shiesty. I like that a lot.
He's him. He's him.
Yeah, I got nothing against Joe's talent. It's just more of the, like we like to say in the chat, poverty-stricken franchise of the Cincinnati Bengals that just, lets guys go. Who was the third wide receiver they had that they lost?
Boyd.
Boyd, yeah. Like, that was a good three to have, and I feel like there was a way you could have kept him. Where did he go to? Chargers?
No, he went to I think he went to Tennessee.
Tennessee?
I think it was Tennessee. I think I have it written down. Yeah, it was Tennessee. We're gonna get to Tennessee, by the way.
Enjoy that Mayo Cologne, brother. Enjoy that Mayo Cologne.
All right. Look, I mean, if you look at let's look at their their top. So their top, Jamar Chase is their number one, T. Higgins their number two, and then Chase Brown and Zach Moss their running backs. Jermaine Burton, the shit. Mike Gesicki, we did talk about that. Yeah, I mean, it could get scary, especially with injury concerns. If T. Higgins is still a little banged up, or Jamar Chase is disgruntled, or God forbid something happens to Joe Burrow, you know what? You could be onto something here. You could be onto something here. Honestly,
it's too good for Cincinnati fans.
All right. Well, all right. Back. Let's look back in the day real quick. When the Bengals had Carson Palmer, right? How many good seasons did they have that they were I don't think I think they won the division maybe once or twice maybe. It was either Baltimore, Pittsburgh, which is the same shit that we're dealing with right now. It's like, maybe you're right. They're just not. It's not in the cards to be a Bengal fan, because this is what you deal with for your whole life. So, you know what? You may have got me to reconsider my thoughts. I'm still gonna go with the over. Nah, 10.5 is that's tough.
It's a lot.
That
but
is a lot.
They do have the sixth easiest schedule, though.
They have the sixth easiest schedule, though. I'm gonna stick with the over.
I always go with trends. I always go with how the team plays.
Yeah.
I don't care what the books say. I mean, I'll probably be wrong. They'll probably have an immaculate season and lose in the Super Bowl like the Patriots. You never know. So, and the thing that scares me the most about saying the under is blonde hair Joe. I want to say smash that over, and plus Vic's not. If Vic was here to hype me up, maybe I'd switch my mind. He's not here. He's not here.
I want to you think about players that got something to prove. I feel like he got something to prove. So
I got a lot to prove, bro.
Yeah, it's like I want him to show me that.
Since he listen, this is the thing. This is my tiff with the whole Joe Burrow shit. Since he's come in the league, we have crowned him as the next best thing. Remember when Trevor Lawrence came in? We said the same thing, and now we're coming down on that. Maybe not.
We will get There's a lot of quarterbacks that we need to get to.
We
Trevor is one of
will.
them, so we'll get there.
But my thing with Joe is like his first year, okay, rookie growing pains. Then you tear your ACL. Okay, I get that. Then you come back and you get to the Super Bowl. Then you come back and get hurt. Then you come back healthy and you get hurt again. So it's like it's like this with Joe. It's all the way, and then it's like that. I'm rooting for the guy. I'm not a hater of Joe Burrow.
You know how we talked about their offensive line being a problem? I mean, could he
better
be the problem though? Maybe his style of play is like he don't know. Remember like Jameis. The problem with Jameis Winston is that he wants to be the superhero and always holds the ball too long. You think Joe is just maybe he's the way his style is maybe
knick knack paddywhack, give a dog a bone. I don't think so, bro. I don't think so.
We got Cleveland next though. We got all right, but you going under. Going shit, man. I'm gonna stick with the damn 10. I'm gonna stick with the over. And then we both go with Zach Moss as that guy.
Yeah, where's Zach going in the draft? Where's he at?
Zach Moss. You want value. Wide receiver. I mean, he's running back 28, going like 82nd. So that's like what 7?
Going Zach.
7 rounds like that.
If it was higher than that, then I would have said his running back, the Chase, whatever his name is. Yeah, I would have said him, but I'm sticking to my guns on top 5 running back.
Chase is running back 37, going 109. So would you put do handcuff situation?
Depends who's on the board.
All right, cool.
I always do. I like handcuff situation, man. Unless you get an injury-prone running back,
it's a waste of. It becomes a waste of a roster spot for a long time.
It does.
It's so annoying, bro.
It does. Annoying. And then you start holding on, and then you see the good players getting taken that stayed back, and you're like, "Fuck me."
Yeah. And then when you on the waiver wire, you're looking
and there's always that one guy. There's that one guy that takes 9 running backs, and you're just like, I fucking hate this guy.
Yeah.
So.
That's why you got to be in the league like my tar league where there's a cap at running back. You can't have one of the 5 running backs on your team, it becomes a little tough, but the strategy got to be a little different. All right, let's move on to Nick Nack, Paddywhack, give a dog a bone. Deshaun Watson, when he's on, he's on. It went something like that, right? So the Cleveland Browns are at an over-under at 8.5. Their odds to win the division is plus 600. Just real quick, Cincinnati is plus 140, like I mentioned. Baltimore is plus 145. Cleveland's odds to win the division is plus 600. They have the 30th ranked schedule, meaning they have the 3rd hardest schedule in the NFL. Deshaun Watson, I just saw a report a little earlier today. He's already banged up again, something with his arm or shoulder. We got Jameis, who we just spoke about, but to me, I love that. I love Jameis, but maybe it's just time for him to kind of just get on to that next phase of his career. Could be entertainment and doing boot stuff, or I don't know. But what they do? Nick Chubb is hurt. I don't know when he's supposed to come back.
Let me run down it.
Yeah,
so off-season, they got Jameis Winston. They signed 2 complimentary running backs, and Donta Foreman and Nyheim Hines, who are both hurt. Jerry Jeudy they traded for. Zadarius Smith re-signed. Shelby Harris re-signed. They went and got Quentin Jefferson from us, signed him. Devin Bush, who was a first-round pick for the Steelers a couple of years back. Yep. Rodney McLeod re-signed, and Cade York signed them for a kicker. So that's their offseason pretty much. And then Bajorquez, who's a hell of a punter. So
yeah, he is. 8.5. Burning question for that. My burning question. Deshaun Watson. Well, this contract shit really messed up a lot of shit for a lot of teams because they gave that man 230 plus guaranteed. All the shit that he was dealing with, and he's definitely not played up to that even remote. He's not played remote even a half to that contract. Not even a quarter to that contract. Joe Flacco was the dude that got them to where they needed to get to last year, not Deshaun Watson.
There. And now he's even there.
Now he's not there. And you hoping the last thing the Cleveland Browns want is that something happens to Deshaun Watson again. He gets hurt, and Jameis Winston carries him to the playoffs, just like Joe Flacco did. If that happens, they got to look themselves in the mirror like, yo, we royally fucked up for real, because like we didn't even need to do this shit. We had old man Joe Flacco and Jameis, who can't even find a starting job anymore, and they both like, because like what has Cleveland been doing well for the last few years? They play good defense and they run the ball. I mean, where are you at right now with Deshaun Watson? Like, what do you? How you feeling about that whole shit right now?
Come on out, you rapist. No, I'm just kidding.
Come on.
I mean, keep him away from a massage parlor. That's all I'll say about that. But I think the contract with him, we're what, 2 years into it now? Is it 2 or 3? This is year 3. No, this is year 3.
Yeah, we're entering year 3. Yeah,
we're entering year 3, and we even haven't gotten a full season of Deshaun Watson. And I think Cleveland, y'all got to go get Kevin Costner as your GM, man, because that man, the man that can save you right now. He finessed Chadwick Boseman and Arian Foster on the same day and didn't take the quarterback. So
just to that point, as a Cleveland Brown, he's played a total of 12 games. A total of 12 games. 6 1 year, 6 the next year. And his record as a Brown, he is 8-4. You know, not crazy. He's throwing 60%.
But like, here's the thing. Here's the thing with Deshaun Watson, man, is like, you remember how when he came in the league, we were big fans. Like, we were big fans of him.
He was him.
He was him, yeah. But I think his ego took over. Him, and he thought he was hot shit and demanded a trade and sat out a whole year, and that speaks on your character. No, not everyone deserves their money. It
wasn't just money with him though. Houston was just, I don't know, maybe. And I can't even say that now, because look at Houston now.
Look at where they're at now.
I can't even say that. You're right.
They weren't building around him. I agree with you there, but I also think like he just gave up kind of prematurely to play out of your rookie deal and then give up. Like that's a little premature to me. That's just on me, you know. But by all means, go get your bag, and you got the fucking bag. Right. But Cleveland is a sucker organization because we're like, how we not get it right again? And they fucking pay this guy a guaranteed contract, fully guaranteed, and he's one of the highest paid quarterbacks in the leagues. So they fucked up. I also don't really have too much. I know he won like Coach of the Year 2 times, and I don't get what the hype is on Stefanski. I really don't get what it is.
Was it twice? I thought it was only once. Was it
twice? I think he's won it twice. It might be once. I might be speaking out.
You might be right. You might be right, actually. I hope it's not twice.
And the GM, like, I'd literally probably like take that.
He's won it twice.
Twice, yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, he puts together. He gets to the playoffs by the skin of his teeth and puts a winning season together. But I don't get it. Like, his defense is good, his run game is good, but outside of that, I mean, the wide receivers are good, but it's the quarterback. That's the thing. And Deshaun Watson, what do we preach? When you get paid, you get kind of lazy sometimes. And
bruh, they gave Deshaun Watson a $230 million guarantee, right? To not be on the field, whereas Baker Mayfield got 3 years, $100 million, and Tampa Bay is in love. And I was hard on pause. I was giving him a hard time when he was with Cleveland. He ain't really like that, blah, blah, blah. He came to Tampa, the locker room loved him. He became more mature. He stopped doing all the progressive commercials, got his team to the playoffs, won a playoff game, could have beaten the Lions had they had a little bit more time. He could have beaten the Lions. And now he's in a situation where he's 3 years, $100 million. He's chilling in Tampa, whereas Deshaun Watson's coming off of hey, Watson got a weird case. Why is he around? And
certified massager.
Sir. Anyway, so we talk about management. Cleveland, Cincinnati. I mean, who is more of the poverty-stricken franchise? Like it's really crazy.
It's not Cleveland. Cleveland's not poverty stricken. They're just dumb. They're just
Just
a dumb
dumb.
organization. They draft well on every position, but when it comes to the quarterback,
Can't get right.
can't get it right. I can't get this shit right. Like
Can't
Richard
get
Pryor
right,
said, I
bro.
can't get this shit right. It don't
Jeez.
make any sense. I don't get it. And even when they go and sign a guy in the offseason, they still don't get it right. Even when it's a clear shot guy, why would you go after a guy with all these pending allegations? Like that's the part. I know you guys are the dog pound and he's a dog. We get it. We get it. He's a dog on that type of thing. But like that's just not the guy that you want for your locker room. He must have blown him away. Pause in the interview.
Pause.
In the interview when they were like scouting to get him there. And I get it. I get take the gamble, but the gamble in this situation is not paying off for them. And
Bruh, since 1999, that was 25 years ago, they've had 38 starting quarterbacks. 38. Bro, like what the hell are we doing, dog? 38 starting quarterbacks since 1999. Like that's the problem. And I mean just to go just straight to it, over under 8.5, they have the third hardest schedule in the league. They don't have Nick Chubb yet. They have a good defense. Myles Garrett is coming off of a defensive player of the year. We got to give him his credit. I mean, I just can't see him going over. I can't see him going over the 8.5.
I'm taking the under because I'm not a believer in Deshaun Watson anymore.
And that's the problem. And even if he does play, I mean, it's not like he doesn't have help. He got help. It's just like, I don't know, like getting Judy was nice. Amari Cooper's still there. You got running backs that can supplement for the time being while you're waiting for Nick Chubb to get back. But it's like, what are you gonna do? I don't know. So yeah, I'm going under. Who you drafting? I'll draft Ford.
Where's he at though? I'm taking Nick Chubb.
So what I wrote down: draft Ford and draft Nick Chubb, and just have them, have them both. Because last year I did that with Zach Moss and was it last year? Whatever it was. Zach Moss and
Taylor
and Jonathan Taylor. That's how, so. Ford is still going 112, RB 39, whereas Chubb is going 91st, RB 33. Bro, you can get. I would like get them in like if your team looking good and they still around in the 7th or 8th. I just go back to back.
This is gonna pain me to say right now. This is really gonna pain me to say. If Jerome Ford does really, really good for the Browns, they're gonna move on from Nick Chubb this year.
I believe it. I mean,
that's
as great as a player as he is, he's had some very, very horrible injuries happen to him.
But he's come back like a dog.
He has. But like Adrian Peterson came back like a dog, and Minnesota was like, yeah, it's time. Like
I don't want the
running backs.
I don't want the Adrian Peterson effect to come to him though, man. The Adrian Peterson
running backs.
That was brutal. That was brutal to watch.
It's running backs, bro. That's just
man, congrats on being probably one of the greatest running backs of all time. Now enjoy playing for 9 different other teams to the end of your career.
Right, it's running backs. It's like no matter dog, think about it. Emmitt Smith played for the Cardinals at one point. Like it's just unless you're retired, like Barry Sanders, it was weird that he retired early.
That's fine, one team, but like Adrian Peterson, to quote Larry June,
it was rough.
To quote Larry June, this game is so cold, it ain't got no love for you, man.
It's rough.
No love from you.
Damn, I've gotten 2 Larry June references in the last 3 weeks from you.
Good job, Larry.
Good job, Larry June. All right, last team in the AFC North, my dog, Black Forces and everything. Mr. Mikey T.
Take the over this year. Take the over this year. I'm taking it.
A-Rod, I can't do it, bro.
I'm taking it.
8.5.
I'm taking it.
I can't do it.
I am taking it.
I can't. I won't even touch that with a broom.
I'm taking it. Black Forces. He came out Black Forces.
I can't do it. Have you seen Russell Wilson? Let's go into the key offseason moves. They got Russell Wilson for discount, and they got Justin Fields.
I'll go. 2 quarterbacks. Russell
Patrick
Wilson.
Queen, by the way. I love that pick.
Russell, huh?
Patrick Queen, though, that was great.
You like that.
Yeah.
Russell Wilson and Justin Fields. Oh, my God. And Kyle Allen, who was one time the Bears' starting quarterback too. There's three quarterbacks for you. Van Jefferson. They got Scotty Miller, Cordell Patterson. What is he gonna do? We don't know. I found your boy that we forgot his name. He's with them now. Quez Watkins.
Quez? Oh boy.
Oh no, that wasn't the dude's name. I forgot the dude. That was the guy that was the downfield threat. Quez Watkins is with them. Patrick
Quez,
McQueen,
though. That's my dog.
Dante Jackson. They signed Miles Killebrew to a 2-year contract, and that's really it that I can see.
They drafted well though. They drafted Troy Fontenot. They drafted Roman Wilson, go blue, and they drafted Peyton Wilson, like the good, very good linebacker. So no matter we talk how you see how badly we can talk about Cleveland and Cincinnati all day. No matter what, no matter how bad it looks in Pittsburgh, they still know how to put a roster together. Quarterback been a little tough. You know what I'm saying? Like when you think about historically for Pittsburgh, it was what's his name way back in the day that won 4. He's on Fox.
Who?
The quarterback Bradshaw, right? Terry Bradshaw, and was not shit for a while. And then it was Maddox, and then it was Ben. But it's not like they've been doing. They don't. It's not like they get great quarterbacks. Like, come on, like let's be honest. Like, they've struggled at quarterback as well. However, they know how to do everything else right. They've only had 3 coaches in like 60, 70 years. They've only had like their regime is like good. You know what I mean? But I think this should come to an end this year. If Mike, all right, let me just say this real quick. I had to take my glasses off for this. If Mike Tomlin wins, they're over under set at 8.5. All right. If Mike Tomlin wins 9 or more games this year and has another winning record, I will help build that statue myself. Like I will literally fly to Pittsburgh, call everybody up, like the Iron Curtain, what do they call it, the Steel Curtain. We building this statue tonight, dog. Like we at dawn we ride, dog. Because I need it. Like, come on. Russell Wilson
Macaroni
can't get right, and Justin Fields can't get right. George Pickens is probably gonna be pissed off again. They got rid of Deontay Johnson. Like, I don't know how the hell this team can. Defense is one thing. They also have what they got the what schedule? They got I don't know what schedule. I just don't know, bro. Tell me why they're gonna win over 8.5 games.
Mike Tomlin. Dog. We haven't seen it yet. We haven't seen the dip yet. So if this is the year, then I can start to put plot points together. But every year it's 500, 500, 500, 500, 500.
Over 500. Over. Like he's never 17 years. He's never had a losing record. Like people don't understand. But here's the thing, though.
You think everybody in the boardroom's like, this is the year we fire him. This is the year we fire him. They're like, fuck, another year.
Now we got to extend him because he just signed another extension. But I really do think their front office, they really do fuck with their coaches.
They do.
Fuck with him. They fuck with Coward. They fuck with all of them.
They're good at retaining coaches and they're good at building around. They're good at putting together a roster. They're not dumb to it. They're a piece away from it, and we don't know what it is. Probably the quarterback. We got to see when they go out there and they play. But you know, if it's like I said, if it's Russell Wilson and his new slogan is "Steel got it," like I'm gonna be like,
I mean, just think about how good Mike's like Antonio Brown strip naked and get off the field. Chase Claypool, I don't know where the hell he at right now. Juju Smith-Schuster, I don't know where the hell he got released. I don't know where he at right now. Like it's like I don't know how he keeps doing this. Deontay Johnson's in Carolina. We're gonna see how George Pickens does, even though he called him out last year because he should have. I mean,
he said in his recent interview, he's like George Pickens is wide receiver 1.
I mean, he should be. So
but last year he wasn't. Last year he was like not being treated like
Deontay is gone. He has to be wide receiver.
I know. But all it takes is for one little fucking why not get thrown the ball type bullshit. And you know what Mike Tomlin does? He don't put up with that baby shit.
He does not.
Mike Tomlin is like the ultimate dad in this locker. I feel if there's anybody that like make the shrine for this man now, put him in Canton now, because the amount of shit he has to deal with is ridiculous. So many deep.
Le'Veon Bell became a rapper. Ben Roethlisberger was also, doing some Deshaun Watson shit. People forget about that. Like, it's like he's dealt with a lot of shit, dog. I don't know how he does it, dog. Um, but when you draft George Pickens though, with that quarterback situation, to me, I know you like your boy Najee. I'll draft Jalen Warren. That's my fantasy guy.
He's hurt. He's hurt.
He hurt.
He's out the first 3 weeks, 3 or 4
Lord,
weeks.
have mercy.
I'm
Eight.
taking Najee. I'm taking. I
If
am.
if they can win, if they win over 8.5 games, bro, I promise you, dog.
You know why I'm taking Najee?
Contract year.
Not contract year. They denied the 5th year option.
Decline his 5th-year option.
Yeah. So I'm taking Najee, and if not Najee, Pat Fryer.
Pat Fryermuth. That's who I wrote down Jalen or Pat Fryermuth. Now that I know that Jalen is hurt, he hurt. Damn.
First,
I got
3 to 4 weeks.
What?
First 3 to 4 weeks.
So you definitely going over on the 8.5?
I'm going over. Hell yeah. Fuck yeah. Najee's gonna eat, boy. This is my year that I'm sticking to my guns.
That's your boy. I know that, but that's personal. That's bias.
Contract, money. You're a first round pick.
I mean, I do like the Patrick Queen signing. I do like Mike Tomlin. He's him. But they drafted well. All right. Let's just move on. We got Baltimore winning the division, right? Yeah. All right. Cool. Let's move on to the South. Dirty South. We're gonna start with the boys, CJ Stroud and them. We got CJ. We got D'Amico. We got Stephon. We got Joe Mix.
Let me run down the whole lineup here. Hold on a second. All right. Additions they have are Joe Mixon, they signed. Let's see. Stephon Diggs traded for. Nico Collins re-signed a 3-year deal.
Go Blue.
The IKEA furniture from the Rams, Ben Skowronek or whatever, is signed there.
Skowronek.
Yeah. It sounds like IKEA furniture. Dalton Schultz signed.
It does.
Daniil Hunter, they pulled him from Minnesota.
Cam Akers.
Well, CJ Henderson, who was a first-round pick but a bust, he's there. Okay, Desmond King re-signed. Jeff Okudah, they signed to a 1-year deal. Fairbairn, I don't know what you take of him, but they re-signed him too. So
they re-signed Dalton Schultz. Derek Barnett. We let him just go, and now he's doing well in Houston. I like Houston, bro. I know the hype train is crazy, and nobody wants to be wrong on the hype train. That's always the problem. Shit. Let's simmer down a little bit. We got their over-under set at 9.5. They have the 26th ranked schedule, which means they have the 7th ranked, the hardest schedule, 7th hardest schedule. Before we get to that, Stephon Diggs. Take it away.
Wide receiver 1.
Take it away.
Wide receiver 1. That's all you got to know.
Wide receiver 1.
Yes, wide receiver.
Nico Collins, he got relationship with. Tank Dell, when he gets back, he got a relationship with. Dalton Schultz has a relationship with.
Wide receiver 1 until I see the drop off. And last year wasn't a drop off. It was just like, we're going to go test out what we got because we're moving on from you.
I can't wait, by the way, to get to the AFC East because I was, you like to listen to your beat writers and shit like that. Man, I was reading some shit and listening to people about Josh Allen. Boy, they love that man, dog. Dog, the way they glaze over this dude, Josh Allen. Bro, I'm like, y'all just think Stephon Diggs was just a bum or something? Stephon Diggs.
Bills fans. I speak to Bills fans and they're like that. And I'm like, are you serious?
It's crazy.
Are you serious?
It's crazy. So we talk about we're gonna get to the Bills and we talk about life without Stephon Diggs.
Because remember, he wasn't throwing those 60, 70-yard bombs. He was throwing like 20, 30-yard passes, and Stephon was making it busy from there. So remember that, fans.
We will get there, Buffalo. I think Stephon will definitely. I don't want to say Stephon Diggs is a diva. Like it's so easy to say. I know it's so easy to say a wide receiver is a diva. My thing, I think with Josh Allen compared to Stephon Diggs, compared to CJ Stroud, Josh, we remember Cam. Cam Newton needed to be Superman for his team because he had to be Superman for his team. I think Josh Allen feels that way sometimes. So, but when he gets into that mode, it's like, yo, fuck everybody else. I'm gonna just do this shit myself. And a lot of the time it does work. I don't think CJ Stroud got that kind of thing. Like he's like, yo, CJ Stroud is a quarterback. Like he will actually spread the ball where it needs to be spread. He's not trying to run with the football. I think this is gonna be real good for Diggs. I think I think Diggs will have respect enough for CJ Stroud because of the dog that he has in him. And he gonna have respect for the fact that he's coming into a situation in which although you say he's wide receiver one, I think Stephon Diggs at this age of his career knows all right, I know I'm him, but I know what they did without me already. Remember when he got to Buffalo, he needed to go save Josh Allen from being like Josh Rosen. Remember what that was his name, Josh Rosen. Like he got drafted 9th overall, and we have not heard from him since. They said, Kyler Murray, come on down, baby. Stephon Diggs went to Buffalo to save Josh Allen's career because Josh Allen was not looking good rookie year. I think now at his elderly age, he ain't going there to save nobody. It's not like they needed him. He's going there to help now. And I think this is a good situation for CJ Stroud and a good situation for Stephon Diggs because I think they both gonna have a respect for each other. I think Tank Dell when he's is he healthy yet? I don't know what his situation is.
I don't know either, but they got a good receiving core and a good tight end.
Exactly. I think this is a very good situation. Their schedule is a little bit tough. Their over unders is at 9.5. I'm going over. I don't give a damn.
Me too. I don't give a damn.
There's no
I am a CJ Stroud groupie. I am not gonna lie.
Right. Come on, dog. It's bad, bro. I would if they said, yo, if he said, yo, you want to sign jersey, and it was an Ohio State CJ Stroud jersey, would I get it? Shit, maybe. Maybe I might. I mean, shit, I might have to. CJ Stroud is like, dog, he's him. So I'm a fan. You talk about all the additions that they have. I mean, I just can't see them not going at least 11-6. That's where I'm at with them. And we division winner. I'm gonna let y'all know right now. That's my division winner. So hey, so we both got Baltimore, and we both got the Texans.
Yeah.
Cool.
My sleeper pick for them is going to be if you need to wait on a tight end, get Dalton Schultz. And if you want to be very, very bullish, Texans defense.
I do, yo.
What I tell you about my boy?
Talked about Will Anderson last year, A-Rod. You was like, yo. I would love. Remember in college, man, when he was in college, I would love Will Anderson in the Eagles uniform. I didn't. The Houston Texans, we got closet team. We closetly cheer for Baltimore. We in the past, I think we've all closetly cheered for the Chargers. I am allowed to closetly cheer for the Houston Texans. That's where my family lived, dog. That's where I'm Paul Wall in them, dog. So, hey, my sister she said she got a friend, quote unquote, they got season tickets to both the Astros and the Texans. I'm about to slide on over to Houston, dog. I'm about to slide on over, baby.
Be there. Who are gonna be there?
Hey, we sitting sideways, bro. Boys in the days. Hey, we still tipping our fofos, dog.
What it do?
Hey, what it do? Hey, I'm about to get the candy apple paint with the rim still spinning. I'm about to be Houstoned out. So shout out to my dogs in Houston.
Don't get me excited, man. All right.
You said Dalton Schultz or
Texans defense.
Give me Joe Mixon. I've had Joe Mixon 5 years ago.
Where is he going? But where is he going though? I mean, you're entitled to your own opinion.
RB 17. 47. RB 17, 47. So that's like right at the end of the fourth. Right at the end of the fourth round, 12, 13, 12, 14,
yeah.
56. Yeah. Right at the end of the third, beginning of the fourth. On that, if you got like the 12th, 11th, the 12th pick,
I'll tell you it ain't.
On that turn,
it ain't Dameon Pierce. I'll tell you that. Don't fucking deal with that shit anymore.
Don't do that. Hey, don't do that. All right, let's move on. All right, the Colts. Man, Indianapolis Colts. My dog Gardner Minshew with the mustache, he out of there now. But we about to see what the hell Anthony Richardson is really about. They drafted him fourth overall. We got to see what this. You know, every draft, quarterbacks be going left and right. There's only ever one or two good quarterbacks. Like, it's really crazy. Like every single draft, quarterbacks be going off the board quick. Zach Wilson didn't want to show up. You know, like you only get one or two. Um, we're gonna see how Anthony Richardson's health holds up. They have the seventh easiest schedule. They're over under sitting at 8.5. By the way, division winner Houston Texans plus 105. Indianapolis got plus 300 to win the division. He's still kind of a rookie quarterback to me.
Yeah.
What big picks do you got for them?
All right.
Or roster moves?
Season. So they signed the darling of the playoffs or the playoff run and Joe Flacco to be a good backup. And I think that's a good get for them.
I did not even know that, by the way. That's why I did not know that. That's dope.
Yeah.
That's a really good signing.
The guy we've all been like saying he's going to be him when he gets the NFL, when he went to the 49ers, didn't do anything. Trey Sermon is there. Michael Pittman re-signed. DeForest Buckner re-signed. Raekwon Davis signed there. And that's about it that I see. That's a game changer for me.
They drafted Adonai Mitchell. They drafted Latau Latu. Just people who I
good players.
Yeah.
Like you said, Anthony Richardson is still a rookie. I'll tell you this: I was not high on Anthony Richardson coming into the league whatsoever. But his character is. That's the guy you want on your team.
Good dude.
It's a guy you want on your team. So
good dude. I was shocked. Good dude.
Whatever it is, like I can easily say if they made him a clipboard holder, he would be okay with that because that's the type of
I don't know about that.
I think he would.
Clipboard holder.
I'm saying I think he would
fourth
be okay.
overall.
It happens. I'm just saying I think he would be okay with that. He looks like that kind of guy. I don't think he's going to be a clipboard. I think he's going to be okay. But I'm going to smash the under on this.
Same. I went 7-10.
Yeah, 7-10.
I got
because how many times do I say Indianapolis is going to win the division? Nope, I'm off that. I got off that trade stop.
We ain't falling for it this year, y'all.
Yeah, nice try, officer.
Not so fast, my friend.
Not nice try, officer.
He going QB6, 52nd overall. You take. I mean, it's fantasy. You know them running quarterbacks, Dave. That's what you want sometimes. You take them. What was that? Fifth round, fifth round? You take that.
If you're waiting on a quarterback, I don't think it's a bad bet. I mean, you're gambling high, but I'm personally a guy that I like to see your resume, and we have a very small resume, and it was good in the beginning. Came out like this is going to be the CEO back to a sales representative. So. That's how I view Anthony Richardson. That's a good value pick. My guy would be. I keep like putting my faith into him, and maybe if Anthony Richardson is healthy, it'll work. Is that guy Pierce?
What?
The wide receiver, the white boy wide receiver they have.
Hell no, bro.
That's my value pick.
I don't fuck value pick. You know who your boy, your USC kid. I don't know. Michael Pittman just he just does well.
But he's gonna go third or fourth round. I
know. It's like I mean, to me, he's the only safe pick to me. Anthony is like a high floor kind of pick, but he can get hurt. To me, it don't even matter who the quarterback is. To me, the only safe pick, because Jonathan Taylor can get hurt again. Pierce, I don't see it.
I don't think Jonathan Taylor will.
Running back, bro. It's scary with running backs. To me, Pittman is the only safe choice.
Pittman would be my like if I had to take a player on this team, it would probably be Pittman because I'm probably not picking Jonathan Taylor where I'm going to be at, but I would probably take Pittman.
Where do you think Taylor's going right now?
He's probably going 6 or 7.
10.
10.
Would you take him? All right. What's too early or too late for you?
Too early is 6. Too late is second round.
Too late, second round?
Yeah. He's going to have a good year.
All right. So, all right, I'm going to just keep it a buck. I got a draft tomorrow at work, my work league, right? Ain't no keepers, no nothing. This is a PPR league. It's a Yahoo.
Rookie.
I have the 7th pick, A-Rod. I've done some mocks. Is 7 too early for Jonathan Taylor? Because I don't want to do it.
I don't think it's too early. I think it's fine if you take him.
7?
But who's there at 7? Who's the clear cut at 7?
So when I've done these mocks,
Elam.
CD ain't there. No, CD's still going early in these mocks, but I feel like they're gonna get that shit done. I mean, it's real. Like, what are strategically? I know we're a little off topic. Strategically, like if you, because to me the 7th pick is the worst pick in 7 out of 12. To me, is the worst pick. So when you do that kind of strategy, you get the best player, or is there like a position that you need to make sure in the 7th pick you got to just get it over with?
In my mind, I have a position I want, but if it's not there, then I go best position.
If Bijan Robinson is there at 7, I'm taking him.
Oh,
if
absolutely.
Breece Hall is there at 7, I'm taking him.
Absolutely.
Outside of that, AJ Brown could be there. Garrett Wilson could be there. Jamar Chase could. Nah, I don't think so. Maybe a Monra. Would you go Jonathan Taylor over any of those guys?
Not over AJ Brown.
Because keep in mind, Anthony Richardson is going to steal touchdowns too. That's my other problem. He going to steal shit from Jonathan Taylor. That's why I don't think he's safe at all. Because like Anthony Richardson think about it. Jalen Hurts, all them touchdowns he stole from Miles Sanders at the goal line, or all them damn quarterback sneaks. It's like, and same shit he did with DeAndre Swift. To me, it's like when you got those kind of quarterbacks, like I don't even know. So to me, Michael Pittman is the only one I feel from the Colts. That's the only one I feel comfortable.
If you're a Colts fan and you know who we're talking to, If you're a Colts fan, Michael Pittman Jr. is the guy to get. So that's you. That's you.
We're going under on the 8.5.
Yes, we're going under on that. Next team.
Next, why the hell does So we talked about this quarterback. We talked about quarterbacks that get paid and shit like that. And Trevor Lawrence is one of those quarterbacks.
Running the numbers and shit's not adding up.
So I just want to say, when he was in college, I was under the impression, because that's what they told me, and he won early. He was supposed to be the next Peyton Manning. That was it. That was the comparison. I bought into it. He beat Alabama. I was like, yep, that's him. We have not gotten any of that. And I know people are going to point to injuries. People are going to point to Urban Meyer. People are going to point to every excuse possible. His only playoff victory was a comeback from 28 to whatever. But that's because the other coach was that bum with the Chargers. So it's like, was it really a comeback, or is he's just an idiot? He's just a bum. All right.
Fucking bum.
We got that. They're also, just like the Colts, sitting at 8.5 at over under. They got plus 275 odds to win the division. Trevor Lawrence got 250, 260. They also paid Josh Allen 141.
275.
275. 275. They also
paid. God damn.
They also paid Josh Allen 140.
All right, let me run through it.
I'm just saying, they also paid Eric Armstead $77 million. Where the fuck is this money coming from?
That's a good get. So they signed Trevor to a 5-year, 275 deal. Mac Jones they traded for. Got a good backup, I guess. Maybe a guy to leapfrog.
Don't know. Get himself a starting job. He needs to stop playing. Minnesota, call him. Oakland, Las Vegas, call him.
Ernest Johnson, Gabe Davis,
Go Bulls.
Devin Duvernay. Josh Allen signed a 5-year deal, well-deserved, 150. Foye Oluokun. Eric Armstead, I like that signing. That is a good fucking signing. When you can purge someone from San Francisco, purge.
And really quickly, it's not Josh Allen anymore. It's Josh Hines Allen. Yeah, you got to differentiate the two. Yeah. And I'm proud of him for doing that, because his brand, was like, oh, who's Josh Allen? I'm proud that he was like he made that like, all right, we ain't doing this shit no more. So good for him.
Ronald Darby's cornerback, almost said center back because I watch a lot of soccer now. Trey Flowers is still fucking playing, man. Like I thought that guy at one point was an elite cornerback, and now he's just a fucking villain guy. Terrell Edmonds, Darnell Savage is a good get too. And then they got a new kicker in Joey Sly. So moved on from McManus and whatever bullshit he had going on.
Well, 8.5. Brian Thomas. They drafted Brian Thomas Jr. He's somebody that was talked about a lot during pre-draft process, and I feel like nobody's really talking about him right now anymore. Just really quickly before I get to Jacksonville, when I look at fantasy and shit, Brian Thomas is going like 117. I might just stash. I mean, I don't know. Would you stash him? You got Christian Kirk. You got Evan Ingram. What else they got? They got ETN, obviously.
ETN.
Gabe Davis.
Gabe Davis doesn't scare me, man. Gabe Davis, fuck UCF, man. Fuck that guy. He bamboozled me. I remember I took him last year. I was like, yeah, he's gonna be my good fucking complimentary to Stephon Diggs. And what did he do last year? Goose egg every night.
Yeah, it was like goose egg, 35. Goose egg, 28. I'm like, God damn.
Fucking hate this guy. I don't know. Maybe they use him the right way because your boy Dougie P is there, so maybe he finds a way to get him open. That's a rookie wide receiver that I'm not counting on.
Because he's just kind of just disappeared name wise. But all right, Trevor, he got paid. We've been talking about quarterbacks that just been Joe Burrow. You talking about Joe Burrow, right? Fuck all that. Joe Burrow made it to the Super Bowl, okay? Well, Trevor Lawrence has done absolutely nothing. Like, and I get it. Urban Meyer and this and that and that. He ain't done. I mean, injuries. Listen, I get it.
I truly hate when people put it on like quarterbacks to do everything. It has to be the way that they're coached. It has to be in the scheme because if any time the quarterback, look at the most humble quarterbacks, like even Tom Brady, he had the greatest fucking head coach in all of football, coaching him, and it wasn't in tomato
Reed, baby.
tomato. It wasn't until the end where he kind of started like vocalizing what he wanted because he saw how good he was. And then again, I eat crow on that because I was like, it's all Bill Belichick, and sure enough, he wins with Tampa.
Oh, same, bro. I eat all the crow on that one.
Yeah. So yeah, beef stroggy ain't half bad. So, I don't put it all on. Like Trevor was supposed to be the Messiah. He was supposed to be the second coming of this and that, but he's been put through a shitstorm of stuff. He's had to change different playbooks, different offensive coordinators, all that. Completely understand. I think he's right on. He's still on a good trajectory, but I think he's still. I think he's on a good trajectory, but mid-tier quarterback right now. Until they start getting rid of Calvin Ridley, I don't get why they did that. That was so dumb.
Because Christian Kirk was his boy. That's why. He made it clear like that's my dog.
That's my value pick is Christian Kirk. That is my value pick.
And Evan Ingram, that's my value pick.
And that's another.
Evan, like him and him connected well. I will say this though. Maybe sometimes we do got to just chill out a little bit. He's 24. Like
he is, exactly.
He's 24.
Exactly. So, if a man goes to Waffle House after a fucking big win,
he's him. That's my dog.
Black Air Force's mentality.
I still want to be like, he can do this shit. Because like Jacksonville's a team like, like they've never had nothing like real positive. Like they're a young franchise. They really could use that kind of like somebody for the city. Somebody needs to help that city just like feel good about themselves. There's a bunch of people in Duval County that just be yelling Duval, ain't got shit else going for them, though. Like it's like
go back to Georgia.
They got that one dude that got killed in Tampa, Julio, whatever, and it's like they're just known for nothing. Lil Duval and that's it. To me, I really want him to be successful.
I do too. I'm rooting for him, and I never root for outside of Fred Taylor. I don't root for anyone on the Jaguars.
Yo, Fred Taylor's my dog. That's my dog. That's like my uncle for real. Dog.
I hate Gators, but Fred Taylor. I had a Fred Taylor jersey. I was like,
That's him, dog, for real. And Keenan McCardell too.
He was a
Keenan
buck to me. He was a buck to me.
Keenan McCardell too.
He's a buck to me.
Who else? Anyway, funny enough, I just typed
Justin
in Trevor
Blackman.
Lawrence. Huh?
Justin Blackman.
Oh my God. Yo, what happened to Justin Blackman though? We talk about what happened to so and so.
First off, Sammy, we want to apologize. It's going to be another 3-hour episode, so I'm
No.
sorry.
That was the 4th overall pick, wasn't it? Bro, they wilding over there. Anyway, funny enough, I typed in fuck Trevor Lawrence, and on Google they put him as Trey Lawrence. Like he going through like a little brand update. Anyway, they're over
barbecue.
Nah, he ain't invited to the barbecue yet. All right, 8.5.
Smashed it down.
Their schedule is literally middle of the pack, 14th ranked. It's literally like they have a very average schedule.
I hate this.
8.5 is a 500 schedule. You think they go below or above 500? So that's literally, it's either 8, 9, or 9.
One game below 500. One game below 500.
You know what? Dougie P still there?
Dougie P is the only saving grace. If he can,
I'm going 9-8.
Okay.
I'm going 9-8. I think Trey Lawrence. You know, he's not going to the cookout, but we go. You know, he could bring some shit. He's the plus one. But his girl's like, you know, his girl's cool. You know what I'm saying? His girl's cool. And they say, oh, I brought my dog Trey with me. Trey? Oh, that's Trey? Oh, okay. What's up, Trey? Trey, I'm gonna need you to stay healthy this year. I need you to stay upright. I need you to hand the ball off to Mr. Etienne, and I need you to get the ball to Christian Kirk and Brian Robinson and Evan Ingram and just not get hurt. If you, with your middle of the pack schedule, if you are really what they say you are, and they set your bar at 8.5, bruh, 9 or 10 wins should not be out of the question. Your division is the Texans, and then everybody else, the Colts and the Titans, and y'all. Y'all can beat the Colts and y'all can beat the Titans. Everybody else, y'all gotta figure that shit out. So to me, I'm going over. If I'm picking up anybody in fantasy, I'm going Evan Ingram. That's my guy. I'm gonna say I'm gonna stash you late or whatever. And you said who? You said Christian Kirk.
He's wide receiver 1 now.
Is he one?
He got to be. If they got rid of fucking Calvin Ridley, he has to be one.
Damn,
if Gabe Davis fucking.
That's what I'm saying. Like they went and got Gabe Davis. So Kirk is going 70, wide receiver 32, and Gabe is going 50, wide receiver 59, 143. So yeah, Christian Kirk is their one. I like that. All right.
How old is Christian Kirk?
How old? Probably like 28, I would think. But like how long was he with Arizona?
Like 2 or 3 years. I'm gonna say 26.
27. We're right in the middle. Pause. He turns 28 in November though, so I was right. He turned 28 in November. Damn, he turned 28 already. That's crazy. All right.
Let's go to the mayonnaise team.
I gotta say, the NFL is all about parity, right? They do a really good job with teams that just like, oh, where did they come from? Remember, Vic was all over that Cincinnati shit, and he was spot on. I'll look at Tennessee, bro. They're over under set at 6.5. If their schedule was a little bit easier, I think they could make a run. Crazy enough. They have the 27th ranked schedule. It means they have like the 8th hardest schedule, right? And they fired old boy, right?
Stupid.
They hired
Who's their head coach?
Huh?
Who's the head coach?
It's Brian Callahan now. The offensive coordinator from the Bengals. So the Bengals might actually fall off a little bit, but they gave Will Levis an offensive-minded coach.
All right, let me run through the offseason transaction. Holy fucking offseason. Holy fucking offseason.
Exactly.
Mason Rudolph is no longer a fucking Pittsburgh Steeler. All right, now he's a Tennessee Titan. Tony Pollard, I don't understand what happened there, but Tony Pollard is now a Titan. Tyler Boyd,
Went to
Calvin
Memphis, by the way.
Ridley, 4-year, $92 million.
Hell yeah.
They went and got a good wide receiver 3, 4, wherever you want to put him in. Nick Westbrook, whatever the last name is. Tight end Nick Vannett. They went and got Lloyd Cushenberry, who sucks at the center position, but hey, they got somebody there. Linebacker, who's a first-round pick for the Chargers years ago, but we're gonna gamble on him. Kenneth Murray.
Love him.
They got a Wouzier from the Cowboys. L'Jarius Sneed, Super Bowl winner, big-time playmaker, who I think is gonna fall off.
Nah.
My boy, Jamal Adams. Why? Jamal Adams there. They signed Nick Folk again, and that's wholly off season. That's all
6.5. They are wilding. I'm going over, smash the over, and if there's an odds thinking for them to make the playoffs, 7 seed, put them in there, bruh. I don't like, and mind you, Will Levis got a mayonnaise like fragrances or shit like that. Dude is weird as hell. But
I'm pretty fucking hammered right now, so wait till I get to my take on this.
The dude a little strange. You know what I'm saying? But you want to know who I'm drafting? And no, I'm not drafting him. You know who I'm gonna pick up on waiver wires as soon as the draft is over? I'm picking up Will Levis because I know ain't nobody gonna draft him. He got Calvin Ridley to throw the ball to. He got DeAndre Hopkins to throw the ball to. He got my dog Okonkwo, Nigerian, to throw the ball to. He got Tyler Boyd to throw the ball to. Their defense is solid. They got Tony Pollard. Bruh, you know Tennessee be just finding for as long as we've been alive. Hasn't Tennessee always found a way to just be relevant? Chris Johnson, CJ 2K.
But this ain't it. This ain't Mike Vrabel.
Dog. This is the team that's gonna surprise everybody. I'm telling you. Every single year, it's like, where did they come from? Every year. This is where did they come from, dog? Come on.
Dreadnought ain't there.
Where Tony Pollard and Tajay Spears.
Oh, so you a Cowboys fan now?
He don't play for the Cowboys, dog. What are we talking about? Tony Pollard was a mistake to be the number one back in Dallas. That was their dumbass fault. They thought he was a smash and dash kind of player. No, he's just a dash. Him and Tajay, though, I like it. With DeAndre Hopkins when he gets healthy, with Tyler Boyd, with they drafted what's his name when they got rid of AJ Brown. They got some shit, dog. And L'Jarius Sneed, I've been big on L'Jarius Sneed for a while, and he came through last year and really balled. Awuzie is gonna be good. Kenneth Murray is gonna be good. I really like what the hell they got going on in Tennessee. My bold prediction right now: they making the playoffs. They're not winning the division, but they're going to be a wild card team. Write it down. Put it on a post note.
I'm taking the under.
You going to under?
I'm taking the under. This is going to humanize a lot of these players. That's what I'm saying here. We're going to get humanized, and this team is pretty much of like, oh, shit, let's throw this is like, no offense to you.
It's like Eagles 2012?
Yes, this is like Eagles.
But the difference is that we called it, oh, this is a dream team. Nobody's saying shit about Tennessee. Nobody's saying shit.
KK, if this team makes the playoffs, I will buy that mayonnaise fragrance. I will do it. I will buy them. Put it here.
Everybody, I'm writing this shit right now. When they make the playoffs, everybody's going to buy. Let's see. How do we get this mayonnaise? And I want you to blame alcohol. You gave consent. You gave consent. Did you?
It ain't right.
Consent, it ain't right.
Sean Watson style, but I gave consent.
Are you giving consent?
I will do it. But I don't have faith in this team. It is too much of like, let's gamble on this guy. Let's gamble on this guy. Let's gamble on this guy. And I'm sorry, I love Calvin Ridley, but in the right situation. When you put Calvin Ridley on a new team with a shit ton of money, injuries.
You like DeAndre Hopkins though?
Huh?
You like DeAndre Hopkins?
I love DeAndre Hopkins, but DeAndre Hopkins is a little bit banged up right now.
You like DeAndre? You like Tyler Boyd?
Tyler Boyd, I do, but Tyler Boyd is probably gonna be like, what the fuck am I here for? Where am I going next? Where's my next shot?
You right now,
Tyler Boyd,
gold.
Tyler Boyd will be with the Suns next year. I promise you that.
Don't do
So
that. Don't do that. Hey,
I
Will
don't
Levis, number 8, Parfum de Mayonnaise.
I
Oh
don't
my
have
God, I can't wait. You gonna
I
smell like that?
I'm gonna smell like that. I'm gonna
That's
go to
New Year's. You gotta wear that shit during New Year. When the season ends, they gonna clinch the playoff spot by like right after Christmas, like right before
you
New
pick
Year's.
the destination and I'll wear it there. You say you got to go here and talk to the hottest girl at the bar. I'll do it.
No, we go into Jackson. Is Jackson still a New Year's thing? I don't even know what's cool in Tampa anymore. I don't even know what's cool in Tampa no more.
Don't matter. I'm smashing the under. My value pick here is going to be where's
Tony
Calvin
Pollard, baby.
Where's Calvin Ridley going?
Shit. Oh, he Tony. Damn, you said Calvin Ridley. Shit. Let's see. Mr. Ridley is going
I'm gambling on that saying that because I'm not high on Calvin getting paid that much.
wide receiver 34. That's 76 pick. That's value.
That's value for me.
That's
Calvin
value.
Ridley and my backup plan is going to be your tight end because homeboy, rookie quarterback, tight end. I need to make a name for myself. Nigerian.
Tony Pollard going 80th. Running back 25. You know, like I've done a couple of mock drafts. He just be sitting there. I'm like, hell yeah. Tony Pollard about the ball this year. I'm just saying. So, but I'm going over. And my bold prediction, write it down. We going to the playoffs. And what's the bet?
I get to wear the fucking mayonnaise cologne.
Yeah, Hellman's, whatever that shit is. Was it Hellman's?
Hellman's.
That's disgusting, by the way. But anyway, that's fucking gross. But I look forward to it. All right, we got two more. We're gonna get to the East. We're gonna start with the Tupac West Coast. And I want to start with Sean Payton and them because Bo Nix got named the starter. Bo Nix is like, how old is he? Like 38, some shit like that. Like grown ass man finally got to the league. They have the 25th ranked schedule, so their schedule is hard as shit. They're still paying Russell Wilson money to go play for another team. I ain't got nothing to say about Denver except I'm going to under. The over under set at 5.5. That's crazy. I'm going on the under.
All right, off-season additions. They went and got Zach Wilson from us. Thank you so fucking much for moving me on from that, so I don't have to talk about him anymore.
I wish you well, brother.
And the other one, or the other two I got is they got Josh Reynolds. I feel so bad from him because he was a good complimentary player in Detroit.
Damn,
and then from us, we traded John Franklin Myers to them in the offseason, which was a good defensive lineman from us. I feel like we overpaid him. Had a couple good seasons, but we moved on from him. Okay,
4 wins.
That's fine. So, yeah, I'm smashing the under from that. Stay the fuck away from Denver. If I have to tell you my value pick, where's Cortland Sutton going?
Oh, good. So
keep that up. Keep that page of all that.
I do like that, but you know what I was thinking?
If not, the tight end.
Cortland Sutton is going 115, wide receiver 48.
Yeah, take Cortland Sutton or the tight end if you need a tight end at the very end.
If you're in a dynasty league and Bo Nix is on the board in the last round, take him. If he's on the board in the last round, because if Sean Payton falls in love with you, like Sean Payton, remember the Dolphins that wanted nothing to do with Drew Brees. Sean Payton said, "Oh, I got this."
The Dolphins? You mean the Chargers? The Chargers?
No. Remember, the Chargers got rid of him. The Dolphins wanted to sign him, and they were like, "Oh, you didn't. We're a little concerned about your injuries." Like Dolphin fans, y'all could have had Drew Brees, and they said, "Nah, we good." And Sean Payton said, "Dumbass, I got y'all, bitch." And they went and got Sean Payton. I mean, they went and got Drew Brees, and have a Hall of Fame quarterback that has a lot of records and more. He's got more shit than Tom Brady in certain aspects. He got a Super Bowl. To me, if Sean Payton falls in love with you as a quarterback, because like he never loved Russell Wilson, he never loved nobody else. He loved Taysom Hill, and when he was with Taysom Hill was putting up numbers as a quarterback, wide receiver, tight end, kick returner. He loves Bo Nix. I gotta value that. So to me, if you're in a dynasty league, go get you Bo Nix. And in the last round, bro.
This is the same guy that had fucking King of Queens playing for him in a movie. So
hey, That's one of my favorite shows, if not my favorite show of all time. So don't you ever talk about Kevin James like that, dog. Don't
Next,
you ever talk about Kevin James like that, dog.
next fucking team.
Hey,
Let's go.
if
Let's
you
go
gotta
to
do Bounty Gate, dog. Fuck it. All right. Let's just do Kansas City. Um,
All right, I'm gonna run through it.
do it.
Number 2 overall pick, Carson Wentz. It's a good backup.
My dog.
Clyde Edwards-Helaire re-signed when we thought we were going to move on for them. Made an acquisition trade to get Marquise Brown, or signed him to a 1-year deal. McCole Hardman has not decided to go to the Jets and say, I want to go back and make a Super Bowl catch. Fuck you, bro. McCole Hardman is back. Travis Kelce signed a 2-year extension. Irv Smith, who I've been high on for so long, and I'm finally off the Irv Smith train, okay? I'm off of it. Irv Smith. Chris Jones got paid finally, 5-year, $158.75 million. Drew Tranquil re-signed, and punter Matt Arrazia. That's it. That's all I see.
They also gave that man Harrison Butker some money.
Oh yeah, they paid that fool too.
However,
who doesn't believe in women?
Who don't believe in no Handmaid's Tale? That's what he wants, y'all. That's what he wants.
I'm drafting that guy. That's my sleeper. I'm not gonna lie, that's my sleeper.
No more L'Jarius Sneed. I think that hurts a little bit.
He got that rookie too that we were high on last year, McDougal.
Yeah, that's right. Is it McDuffie?
McDuffie, whatever. Make something. Doesn't make sense because he's black and he's got an Irish last name.
McDougal. Hey, yo, dog. During the Olympics, there was this dark-skinned late chick. I thought she was Nigerian. She has a Nigerian last name, and she had like a flag, and all I saw was green and the white. I didn't see the orange part. And I was like, oh, look at this Nigerian. Let's go. She was Irish.
She was like, let me tell you about the potato famine.
She was Irish. I was like, yo, they got black Irish folks. That shit blew my mind. So if it's McDuffie or McDougal, I don't give a damn. We here now. We here now, dog. We got Irish people too.
We're here for colonization.
Me and my dog, Conor McGregor, we outside, dog. It's okay.
Fuck that guy.
Listen.
He can't even fucking read.
Listen. My draft pick is Rashee Rice. I've drafted him in every mock draft. I think he's about to eat this year. All right.
What did I tell you? What did I tell you last year?
This is the only division that the division winner is negative money. It's not even plus. They're minus 230 to win the division. Remember, 2 years ago on this show, we thought, or is it 2 or 3 years ago? They have Russell Wilson. They got Justin Herbert. They got Derek Carr. We was like, oh shit, the AFC West. Dog, the last couple of years, if y'all wanted the Chiefs to not be the Chiefs, we should have beat them in the Super Bowl. The 49ers should have beat them last year. And now, to me, none of those other teams got a chance. The Chiefs are going to win that division. I got the 11.5 is the over/under. I'll take the over. Give me 12, maybe 13.
14.
It's like, to me, it's like they are so like, well, like this is like it's about to be disgusting right now in the West. So
we don't got to spend a long time on this division.
I mean,
Chiefs win the division. Like
Rashee Rice is mine. Who you got?
I say Rashee Rice. I like that. That would be mine. But like, if you need a kicker at the very end, Harrison Buckner's that boy.
Bro, he's going 79th, Rashee Rice, bro. Wide receiver 36. Pacheco going early now though. But
he went in first round in my league last year, and it paid off. I thought it was dumb.
Yeah. I thought it was weird. Yeah.
It was an accident pick, my guy said in our league, but I was like, damn,
Should work.
It ran shit added up. So
anything about the Chiefs that concerns you? Like is there? Cause all right, let's be honest. They've won 2 in a row. Nobody's ever won 3 in a row, and they want to be that team. Do you think that pressure of winning? Like remember when the pressure of the Golden State Warriors winning 73 games?
Don't even do that. Just take it to the immaculate season and losing it at the very end.
Do you think this would be like, a little too much pressure? Kelsey get a little bit older.
No. There's something about Patriot Nation that the world hates, and there's nothing about Kansas City Nation that the world hates yet because they got their
Oh, no.
Oh,
People
no, no,
hate
no.
on Kansas City now.
No, they don't. They got their darling Taylor Swift there.
No.
No way.
Exactly. Taylor Swift has a lot of anti-Taylor Swifters. Patrick Mahomes' brother has a lot of anti.
Men hate it. Women have overtaken the NFL now because of Taylor Swift.
Yeah,
So
they got.
there's not one fucking thing to hate about the Kansas City Chiefs. You can't hate it. Andy Reid's lovable. Fucking Kermit the Frog over here, all that bullshit. You gotta love that. Travis Kelce's, you gotta fight for your right to party. Gets me up every time when he does that shit. And they find a way to put together a good team. Now, where I wish they would have did was give Jamal Adams a 1-year deal and said, hey man, we're giving you this 1-year deal, and that's where we're gonna go from here. But they didn't do that. So that's okay. The only concern that I have for the Kansas City Chiefs is the second corner slot. That's the only concern I have. If they can develop a guy there, because we were like, oh, they got rid of who did they win the first Super Bowl? They had a good corner. I forgot who it was, and they got rid of him. And then they did the same thing with Snead. And I think Snead is a flash in the pan. I don't think he's that.
I think he's good, bro. I really do. I think he's good, bro. Like for real. Their depth chart, mind you, we didn't even go down like the off. Like, they got Marquise Brown now. They got Xavier Worthy, the fastest guy in the draft.
We went down the list.
Xavier Worthy is about the dog. You remember what?
He looks good. He looks good at practice. He looks really good at practice.
Remember what Andy Reid did with Deshaun Jackson? Come on, man. It's scary, bro. They still got Watson. They still got Sky Moore. Oh my God.
That could be your value pick. Nah, Sky Moore, fuck that guy. Don't even say his name.
But they still got him.
Doesn't matter. He's going to be
obsolete. Got him. He's just
Xavier Worthy. Xavier Worthy is like the Price is Right guy. Going up the fucking mountain right now after what I've seen.
Boy. All right. Defense. The corners right now are I don't know who Leo Chenal is, but that's their slot corner. That's a problem. Justin Reed's safety, Trent McDuffie, the left corner, and then Joshua Williams. They all right. The secondary is not going to be the same. That could be it. They could get burnt because I don't know who the hell Leo Chenal is. I don't know who the hell Joshua Williams is, but those are the starting corners.
Jarius Sneed was either, and then boom.
I knew who he was. I blame Madden because of that, because he was a dog on Madden.
Okay, so, take Madden out of it. Then what would you say? Who the hell that?
No, he was there. I don't know. Right, defensively, it ain't gonna be the same as last year. Can we say that? It ain't gonna be the same.
I don't call a spade in this team. With this speed, I can't call a spade a spade. Randy, listen. Andy Reid knows how to develop talent. I will give him his power.
Offensive talent.
He hits lightning in a bottle with defensive players too. He does. Because Chris Jones, listen, I know Chris Jones is good, but when he was on the team, I didn't know who.
Don't do that.
No.
He was always. We just didn't know who he was because he played for the Chiefs that weren't that good. But he was also doing his shit regardless, though.
I didn't know him like that. I'm
Trey
sorry.
Hendrickson was doing well in the Saints, but they weren't doing well as a team.
I knew he was doing good because I had a league one year where we had a defensive player and it was defensive end, and I saw he got 2 sacks one game, and the next game he got me 3, and then it was just a snowball effect. All right. So he was a guy I stumbled across, and I was like, okay, I'm paying attention to this guy, and slowly over time he got better. He got better. So at the beginning, I didn't know who he was, but he got better. He wasn't a first-round pick, was he?
Hendrickson?
No.
Chris Jones? Chris Jones? Yeah, he was.
Was he?
I want to say he was like a top 20 pick for sure. He was drafted from Mississippi State. Oh, my God. Give me the Wikipedia, because the Wikipedia is always faster. Even though my teachers in high school told me not to use Wikipedia. Now look at that.
Yeah. Welcome.
See, damn, they told I had to learn all this algebra and bullshit, and I don't use that. But Wikipedia, I still use that shit to this day. He was drafted 2nd round pick, 37th.
Okay, so second round.
Early second is a late first to me.
I agree. All right, but like, sorry, bro, I wasn't familiar with your game.
I wasn't
So
familiar with your game.
okay, but like, I respect him. I respect him as a player. He's definitely a pivotal point
Oh,
to
his
that
track
team.
record already: 3-time Super Bowl champ, 2-time first team All Pro, 3-time second team All Pro, 5-time Pro Bowl.
Let's all right.
Golly,
Let's get off the Chiefs. We're already picking them for the winner for the division. Let's
division and over on 11.5.
over.
Uh,
Let's
Las Vegas.
Las Vegas. All right. Key additions. They got a solid backup, possibly starting Gardner Minshew.
Not backup. He's starting. He's starting.
They like AJ McConnell. They love AJ
Not
McConnell.
AJ. It's like what Aiden.
Whatever the fuck. Aiden. AJ, Baden, Faden, don't matter. Whatever. Chiefs in 13. So Alexander Matheson, what a letdown you were for me last year, but you weren't ready for that role. You may be ready for it here. We never know. Michael Gallup, retired. Andreas Pete, that's a good offensive lineman to get from the Saints. If you can purge an offensive lineman from the Saints, that's good.
He's soft, bro.
Say it to his face. I bet he knock you out.
Oh, he'll knock me out. I'm talking about compared to the people he goes against. Oh, he knocked the shit out of me. He like 6'7" or shit like that. I don't want no malice, bro.
Listen, man. I'll give it to you. You a good looking 6'1", 6'2".
You know what, man? My shit be fluctuating, man. When I was in high school, I was taller. I don't know how tall I am right now.
I'm giving you at least 6'1".
6'1" and like 3/8.
All right, I'm giving you 6'1" because I'm 5'8" on a good day. So
on a good day though. My posture got to be good.
My hinge profile says 6'8" or 5'8". So
you said my hinge profile, ladies. You heard that? You said my hinge profile.
I'm pretty honest about that. John Jenkins, defensive lineman. That's a good rotational guy. And then big money for Christian Wilkins, who I don't know why the Dolphins let him go. I liked him a lot for that culture in the locker room, but now
Miami gotta pay the Tua, dog. Come on.
There's other guys they gotta pay too. So, what's the over under on them?
I'm gonna just say the draft pick though, Brock Bowers. Did they need him?
I like that.
They didn't need him, no, but they got him. Did they need him? No, but they got him. Their over under is set at 6.5. I'm going under. And my question to you:
I'm going over.
How quickly does Devontae Adams be like, I don't know about this shit no more, dog? Because I'm not saying Jets. I'm just saying because, like, all right,
say Jets because
I love
his ear.
The fact that my dog Pierce got a job. Okay, we know like they fucked up the first time with Versace. That was a huge mistake thinking Josh McDaniels was going. The team in your own division, the Denver Broncos, they was like, yo, we messed up.
Either way, you can't get fooled again.
Fool me, like dog. They're in the same division. So I don't know how they made that mistake with Versace. Everybody fell in love with him. Max Crosby straight up said, dog, I will retire. I'm gone if y'all don't keep him. And I don't think they thought he was lying on it. Like, yo, Devontae Adams too. Devontae Adams went from pissed off to like, throwing up gang signs in the locker room because Antonio Pierce was there. So to me, I love that he's there. I just don't know what the hell to make of that football team because it's a bunch of we talk about like misfit toys and a lot of just like it's the Raiders and shit. Like, what? Tell me what I got to be looking forward to. The running game, they got rid of a great running back. Now I got to rely on Zamir White and I don't know who else they got. No more Josh Jacobs.
Your value pick here is Brock Bowers. That is your value pick.
I feel like everyone's going to reach for him in the first place, though.
I don't think so.
He's going 94 right now, tight end 11. So that's a good value pick. But like Gardner Minshew, like, is he going to force feed Devontae Adams or is he going to force feed the tight ends and running backs? if I'm the coach and I'm the GM, Al Davis or not Al Davis, like the family, they gonna be like, Mark, they gonna be like, yo, we're not losing Devontae Adams to the fucking Jets. Y'all get that man to them. Because they call the shots. Jerry Jones, when he's like, yo, give CeeDee Lamb the ball, they gave CeeDee Lamb the ball. They gonna come down. I don't give a damn how much ball pause footballs are going to Brock Bowers, that motherfucker can go to Devontae Adams. So to me,
Devontae's gonna eat. Devontae's gonna eat. I'm not worried about that.
He ain't trying to eat. He's trying to win.
Like who was? But I'm smashing the over by 1 win. I'm giving him 7 wins.
6.5, bro. I can't do it though.
Giving him 7. I'm giving
out
him
of respect. I wanted to give him 7 because they got their schedule is 20. They have a hard schedule. They have like the 9th hardest schedule, 11th hardest schedule, so shit like
Max
like that.
fucking Crosby.
All right.
You pair him with Christian
Wilkins. I love that.
Where it's gonna get hairy. Where it's gonna get hairy is, say it with me, secondary. Secondary, it's gonna get hairy. But getting to the quarterback, it's gonna happen with them. And I wasn't a big Max Crosby fan. I think he's like
what? He's a dog. He got
I wasn't in the beginning because of his character, and then I saw him a little bit more in how he stands up for what he wants in his team. He tries to say the N-word a couple times, and then whatever.
I'm bringing him with me to the cookout in my Chevy Impala that I don't got. We growing up together in that Impala.
He's got Martin Luther King tatted on him, so like he's good, I guess. So I'm just saying, like, I have a newfound love for Max Crosby because like he's kind of like a man of the people, and he's worked hard to be where he's at. It's kind of like a Ronaldo story. He had to work hard. I'm not comparing him to the talent wise, but I'm just saying like he had to work hard to where he has to be at, especially in a shitty franchise, not poverty stricken, but shitty franchise in the Raiders that they just can't get shit right. So I think I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt for 7 wins. And if they realize that Aiden isn't the way to go and they go with Gardner Minshew, I think Gardner's like the best backup, and he's the Ryan Fitzpatrick of backups right now. So
he's going to have a long career as a backup because he's literally Ryan Fitzpatrick of backups. But Brock Bowers, we going the same with him as far as fantasy?
I would say Brock Bowers.
But I'm still going under though. You can have that over though.
That's fine. It's just 1 win. I don't give a shit. I don't care. If I'm wrong on that one, I'll fucking still won't wear the mayonnaise cologne, but I'll do whatever else.
I can't wait for that one. Last but not least,
make the playoffs. I ain't saying we got to do shit.
They're making the playoffs. Last but not least, in the AFC West, before we get to y'all division, boy. All right, we talked about Trevor Lawrence earlier. We talked about a lot, Deshaun Watson. We talked about a lot of quarterbacks, and I cannot wait to get to Justin Herbert because we were talking about the league has anointed Joe Burrow as that guy. They've anointed Trevor Lawrence with $275 million. They anointed Deshaun Watson with 230, whatever it is. They've also they've been anointing Justin Herbert every single year since he got to the league. We're going to get to the Dolphins because I want to have a little bit of a conversation about this Brian Flores shit. Even Brian Flores was like, he didn't want nothing to do with Tua because everybody wanted Justin Herbert, right? Justin Herbert, what has he done? He got tracked down by Trevor Lawrence, who I also asked, what has he done? So we got, and now he's dealing with a foot injury, right? We got my dog Harbaugh to go over there. They got some running backs. No more Keenan Allen. No more Mike Williams. What other moves do you got?
All right, 2 running backs who purged from the Baltimore Ravens. J.K. Dobbins, torn ACL. I'm calling it right now.
Don't do that. Come on, bro. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Gus Edwards, he got the bigger contract. DJ Chark, who I've always been a big fan of, and no one wants. He's still in the league. I was a big fan of DJ Chark because he won me some games 1 year, and then they forgot about him.
Damn, he going 263 right now.
I ain't drafting him though. Here's what I am happy for them though. I've always been a fan of the tight end for like inexperienced, not used properly quarterbacks. Donald Parham is like 6'8", and they don't use him, and it pisses me off. But they went and got 2 good C grade tight ends in Will Dissly and Hayden Hurst. So I like that for them to do that. Because both of those guys at one point were tight end 1s on teams. Now they're going to have to be like tight end 1, 2, and 3, all 3 of those guys. And Bud Dupree. Oh shit, they got Bud Dupree and Denzel Perryman. That's it. That's it for the fucking Chargers.
They also hired the defending national champion.
They did. And if And if anybody can turn around an NFL franchise in a short time, it's definitely John Harbaugh. So I don't think this is the Chargers' year. What does Vegas have them at?
8.5.
I think that's high. I'm taking
That's
the.
ambitious.
That's a little high.
But you know why? They have the second easiest schedule. Second easiest schedule.
We can
No,
call out 2 losses to Kansas City. I'll
the
say it.
problem is that it's a completely brand new football team. I mean, Justin Herbert went from force feeding Keenan Allen and Mike Williams to now the only person that he's familiar with is Josh Palmer, who that's my draft pick.
Mine too.
And I mean, I
Your
don't.
boy,
I
Quentin Johnston.
I said it last year, and I'm gonna say it again. Quentin Johnson is trash, dog. I'm sorry. I wouldn't fight you, Quentin. I don't got no beef with you like that. But you probably better suited in the CFL.
I want you to know this. Whenever I hear the last name Johnston, all I think is that Chappelle skit was Silky Johnston. That's all I think about.
Wait, which one was that one?
That was the fucking player hate his ball.
The hard
Buck nasty.
The hardest hating player hated this side of the Mississippi.
Yeah.
But
that's false hog.
Hey, Quentin Johnson, nah. And shout out to my dog Ice T, by the way. Ice T is a dog. Like
that's motherfucker that says something's getting shot.
Ice T is my dog, like for real. I've been watching SVU for so many years, and for him to be doing SVU, Buck Nasty, and all that shit. I mean, not Buck, but Dave Chappelle, but the dude from the '80s that was doing like the gangster rap shit. Shout out to him. But anyway,
listen, Quentin Johnson. I hope you say now if you now if you excuse me, I'll go home and put some water in Buck Nasty's mother's dish when we're done with this podcast. I'll be happy with that if you prove us wrong on this.
Long story short, I want to believe in my dog Harbaugh, dog. I really do. I really want to believe in this dude Herbert. And sober me would say 10 wins. Let's go. But real talk, they say drunk words are sober thoughts. I was, the bourbon and it's hitting a little bit right now. I can't find 10 wins, dog. I can't find 9. I could probably find 7 or 8, so I got to go on the under. I got to go on the underdog.
Go on the under 2. Go on the under 2.
Cool. Ain't nothing else to say. Who they go? Nah, fuck. I got nothing to say with the Chargers. All right, they just gonna let me down. All right.
It's the division. We say it already. Kansas City. So
the American Football Conference. There's a division called the AFC East that consists of the Buffalo Bills, the New England Patriots, the Miami Dolphins, and the 1969 Super Bowl champs. Hey, Mr. Joe Namath himself, Mr. Fur Coat with the cigarette himself, Mr. That's all they got in their history. New York Jets. All right, A-Rod.
Two back-to-back AFC championships.
Mr. Mark Sanchez and Sexy Rexy himself. Mr. Method Man showed up on the damn on the what do you call that show? Hard Knocks himself. And now Mr. Aaron Rodgers. All right. Do you want your Jet? You want to talk about the Jets first or last?
Last. Let's give them last, like we did your Eagles last.
I want to start then with because I told you about this shit earlier. Because like you've been listening to beat writers and watching, you reading shit. I was like, you know what? Let me look into what people actually say about this dude Josh Allen, because we know how we talk about Josh Allen on this show. I know you, Vic, Sammy, how y'all feel about Josh. I've got my opinion, my thoughts on Josh. The way that they was glazing this dude for real, it turned me off. I was like, bruh, pause. I like your game, bro. I like your game a little bit because, I'm a big Cam Newton fan, and I was a big Andrew Luck fan. And I always said, if Andrew Luck and Cam Newton had a baby, that's your boy. That's Josh Allen, right? The way they talked about him on this shit that I heard earlier, and I kept scrolling through and listening through, I watched YouTube videos. I went on different Twitter feeds. I went on everything. You would think this dude is like God, bro. I'm like, why is he being
What the fuck has he done?
why is
What
he being
the fuck has he
glazed
done?
so much, A-Rod? From your AFC East perspective, why is he
Here's
being glazed?
You know where I stand on it already. I don't want to fucking beat the dead horse anymore. All right. I think Josh Allen is the most overrated fucking quarterback in the NFL.
Is he though?
Uh,
Are we just being too hard on
no,
him,
no,
pause?
no, 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 no. He can't get shit. You think he's gonna get shit done with this Mickey Mouse team I'm about to rattle down that they signed? Fuck that. However, from a point of view for a guy that would need confidence from losing a Stephon Diggs, I will give the beat writers credit and beefing up his confidence for them to say those things about him. But if you want my honest opinion, he's dog shit. Like, imagine like a bull mastiff just goes out there and fucking shits the biggest shit in the world. That's Josh Allen. Okay, can't get shit done when the bright lights are on. He'll find a way to panic. Now prove me wrong, Josh, because I'm gonna talk shit about you until you win it or sniff it, and you haven't sniffed it yet. Okay, and my team sucks. Okay, my team sucks, but we beat you first game of the season last year. And I remember I got on a plane from New York back to fucking Tampa, and we were losing like 16-0. And when I got off that plane, we murked your ass 24-16. So fuck off, bro. We find a way to get your ass. So Josh Allen, good quarterback. Draft him in fantasy. You'll get the things you want out of it. But when it comes to the real thing,
QB1?
QB1 for me.
He's going QB1 right now.
QB1. He's QB1 for me.
Okay.
For all the fantasy purposes and all the losses they have, I'm gonna tell you right now, Dalvin Cook's little brother ain't gonna be the same next year. I'm gonna tell you right now. He ain't gonna be the same. So key acquisitions. They went and got their boy back, Mitchell Trubisky, Chase Claypool, Mac Hollins, cool hair, bro. Curtis Samuel, Marquise Valdez-Scantling. So they trying to do what the Kansas City Chiefs are doing.
He already hurt, by the way.
Huh?
He already hurt too.
Valdez-Scantling?
Yeah, my dog Marquez already hurt, man. Go Bulls though. He
Yeah.
hurt though.
Linnell Collins, good get. Deion Dawkins agreed to a 3-year deal.
Good.
AJ Espinoza, Daquan Jones,
Good.
Jordan Phillips,
Von Miller.
Von Miller's been there already. That's really it that I see. This team, I don't think it's the same without Stephon Diggs. I'm so sorry to say that, but like that's a target hog. That's a guy that's passionate in your locker room that brings out the best in all of your wide receiving core in your offense and demands greatness from everyone. Stays at the end of games that are big and loses and watches them.
All right, let me be devil's advocate.
Accountable.
Let me be devil's advocate.
People accountable.
Let me be devil's advocate. All right, you obviously you come from a place of disgust and hate. This is me talking about the Cowboys. I get it. No. A-Rod, let me speak.
They've ass raped me for so many years, and I compartmentalize.
Let me speak. Okay. Obviously, this is coming from a place of, a little bit of hate, a little bit of that liquid courage coming in. I get it. Let me speak. All right.
Where we at on the bottom?
All right.
Ooh, we a little bit gone.
We no longer have Stephon Diggs. We no longer have Gabe Davis. We got it. All right. We brought in Keon Coleman.
Like that guy. Like that guy.
Cool guy. We drafted Dalton Kincaid last year. He's good. Dawson Knox being there still. He's good. Khalil Shakir showed up at the end. Now, if I'm looking at I don't know if I'm a Bills fan, I'm a coaching staff, whatever. Remember, in the middle of the year, they fired their offensive coordinator, and they turned the fuck up after that. Why? I don't know. We talk about Stephon Diggs, right? Early on in the year, they were trying to force feed him. He had a lot of catches and a lot of touchdowns and all that shit, and they were losing. End of the year, don't roll your eyes, dog. Josh Allen stopped looking for him like that. They ran the ball more. He ran the ball more. They changed their philosophy a little bit more. Kincaid got involved more. Knox got involved more. Khalil Shakir got involved more. And Stephon Diggs was kind of just out there running routes, like just doing cardio. So, to the Bills' credit, They finished off the year way better than they started the year, and that was because they phased Stephon Diggs and kind of just focused on other shit in the offense. Do you think? And I know it's like weird how that can be, but like addition by subtraction can be a thing because you can fall in love too much with this receiver where like everybody knows where the ball is going. But now when the receiver's out of the locker room, you have to be a better quarterback. You have to call better. You have to be a better offensive coordinator. You got to be a better coach. Do you think that maybe this could be addition by subtraction for them? And now it's not going to be one track minded. We could actually like spread this shit around because we looked better last year when we stopped force feeding him. I mean, is there something to that, Alex Rodriguez?
Listen, to be dominant in the NFL, unless you're the Kansas City Chiefs, you need that guy. You need that guy.
I don't think so.
I'm sorry.
Name them. Name
Sorry.
the teams. Name the teams in the last 20 years. The Patriots. Who was the guy? A tight end.
Don't come. The Patriots are an anomaly, and so are the Kansas City Chiefs.
Okay, Baltimore when they won their Super Bowl, who was they guy? Ray Lewis. Who was the receiver?
All right, I get what you're saying.
Anquan Bolden.
I get what you're saying. Okay, all right. I'll give you that.
Like name the top receiver. Randy Moss, 0 rings. Terrell Owens, 0 rings. Outside of Jerry Rice, just take him away. Every great receiver, they either have the best team ever or they just don't win rings, bro. Like it's just
I just don't see it with this team because Josh Allen just doesn't know how to get it done. When he got a wide receiver fucking one that was dominant, he was cooking. Now we're taking away from look at it this way. Look at it like what we wanted from Lamar Jackson. You ran the ball too much, and we wanted you to throw the ball. We saw Lamar throw the ball more last year, and we were like, damn, all right, what we expected is here now. We are good. Now we saw Josh run the ball a lot. Then we saw him throw the ball, and we're like, oh, he's good at throwing the ball, but he's making some mistakes. Now we're going to see him run the ball more, throw the ball to like hodgepodge of receivers. I honestly think it was an issue with the offensive coordinator there. I think Ken Dorsey's a joke, in my opinion. That's just me.
They took Tyreek Hill, the #1 rated player in the NFL from Patrick Mahomes, gave him Juju Smith-Schuster, Kadarius Toney, and a bunch of misfit toys, and he's won back-to-back Super Bowls.
A poverty-stricken franchise because they pay the guys they need to pay, and when they look at wide receivers, they look at them as running backs there because they have the second coming of Peyton Manning, which we all want to have. You can throw the ball to fucking you and me, and they'd win a Super Bowl somehow. But Josh Allen, when you give him those guys, I'm sorry. I'm not trying to be a hater. I just don't see it with Josh.
We're going to have to see because we saw him without Stephon Diggs as a kid. Now he has Stephon Diggs. Now he's about to have him as more of an adult. I mean, he's 28 years old. We're about to find out more about like what has he learned from this situation. To me,
Curtis Samuel is always hurt. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, I hate that he's there because he's a Bull. Go Bulls. He is hurt. Okay.
He drops the ball a lot.
Shakur Stevenson, or not Shakur Stevenson. I'm thinking boxing. Yeah, that guy's bum. Shakur, what's his name?
Khalil Shakir.
He gives me Juwan Jennings vibes. He's a good wide receiver, but he's a good complement wide receiver. Maybe he proves me wrong, and I'll be happy if he does.
I like him as a late flyer.
That's my Muslim brother right there.
I like him as like a late flyer.
So and Kincaid and Knox, those are two good tight ends to have. They love. I heard from a Buffalo person like Dawson Knox has like 9 sandwiches and like 10 chicken wings and like 20 hamburgers named after him in that city. They love that man there.
Good.
So Dawson Knox ain't going nowhere for a long time. Whether he fucking decides to be tight end too, whatever. But my value pick is definitely Shakur or the tight end.
Starting, baby. That's mine. 10.5.
I'm gonna be very bullish on this, man. I'm gonna say under. I'm gonna say 9.
I if they set that at any other number, like at 9.5 or whatever, I would have said like over. But like because it's 10.5, I'm going 10 wins. Um, but I think we both could be wrong, and they might prove us both
We
wrong.
could be. We could be, but like, hey man, I saw them take away something that made me feel a lot better about my team this year.
I
When
got you.
when you lose something like that, it's like, okay, we got a fighting chance now.
All right.
Cause that man fucking carved us up. They had good rapport. Now you got to make it with the other guys. Now you got to make it with the other guys on the team. And also fucking what's the head coach's name? McDermott. He really loves 9/11, so and terrorism, so
Anyway, we're gonna move on. The other team that y'all got to really so I looked at the AFC North as like a very very like strong division.
it
This
is.
could very well be just as strong if only the Patriots weren't so bad.
And we could probably be wrong like we were 2 years
Nah,
ago.
nah, there's not probably. So we got the Dolphins, right? The other team they could have very well won the division last year had they not had to play in cold weather. And Tyreek Hill got a little banged up too. Now we look at the Dolphins. They're over under set at 9.5, right? So really quick, the Bills division winning chances is plus 180. The Dolphins is plus 200. We gonna skip the Jets. I mean the Patriots, and the Jets is plus 180. So the three of y'all are literally neck and neck. All right.
That
The
sucks.
Dolphins. Let's just
I'll run down
yeah,
it.
give it that.
Raheem Mostert 2-year deal. Braxton Berrios re-signed.
He's
Odell
still in
Beckham Jr.
NFL. Damn.
Yeah, Odell Beckham Jr. I mean, Braxton Berrios got a baddie as a TikTok star, so
It does.
Odell Beckham Jr. is signed to a 1-year deal. Jalen Waddle agreed to a 3-year term. Jonnu Smith, I like that a lot for them.
I know
Good
you
time
do.
signing. Isaiah Wynn re-signed. Shaq Barrett signed, also retired. Calais Campbell. Talk about fucking guys that just don't die. Calais
Locker room.
Jordan Brooks, good linebacker to go get. Kendall Fuller, another good cornerback. I think that was the guy I was talking about from Kansas City that they had.
Like it.
Oh shit, Marcus May is no longer a Saint. Now he's a fucking safety for them. Fuck me. Now I got to see a guy that I rooted for. Jordan Poyer is there. So they beefed up this team. And I
They
think
drafted Chop Robinson.
yeah, Chop Robinson is good. They got Chubb, who's still on the pup, I think, and Phillips just came off the pup. So we're getting
And they
healthy.
drafted Jalen Wright, running back in the 4th round. I really like what the Dolphins have done. All right. But before we get to all of that, what was your take on this Tua and Brian Flores thing? Because that was big news that just I did not expect to happen. Brian Flores had the lawsuit and everything, and I was like, damn, man, they did another brother dirty. But Tua said what he said, and Brian Flores did not deny anything. So we know this shit was real and it happened. What was your take on all that, real quick?
I think it's a learning curve for Brian. I think it's a learning curve for him because he was given the keys to run that. And let's not beat around the bush. He made the playoffs of the team and was fired the next year. So I think
Did they make? Well, I think it was just 9-8. I don't know if they made the playoffs though.
well, if they didn't make the playoffs, he had a winning record.
Yeah, they were 9-8. Yeah.
All right, regardless, like he had a winning record and they let him go.
Yeah.
And all the shit that he had to deal because I remember they put out that campaign about being silent and shit like that, and he was part of it. I think Brian Flores is a good person to play for. I think he was trying to motivate Tua in a different strategy that didn't work, and he learned that, like pushing him that way, saying you ain't gonna be shit, like it's not the way to push your quarterback. I also think that the Dolphins had a bittersweet relationship with the pick they got because they wanted Justin Herbert. Instead, they got Tua. So
No,
he had to probably
he
hear.
wanted Justin Herbert.
Yeah.
The Ross, the GM and the president and all that, they wanted to. Let's not forget we were all Tua fans in college when he was at Alabama. Like he was, the savior.
I was a Herbert fan. I mean, I was a Tua fan, but I was also a Herbert fan. I was like, this guy is good, but I just think they're in bad situations. And I think getting rid of Brian Flores, bringing in McDaniels now, I still think he's a goof, but like they want to play for the guy. It comes to the point that they're like, this guy's too goofy for us. Like, what do we want? What are we doing here? But I think for Brian Flores it's a learning curve for him. And he came out and said that. He was like, I was wrong. I could have did better. And he's vouching for another head coaching job is the way I saw it. I thought he answered everything correctly. I feel bad. I feel more bad for Tua though, because Tua has been that guy.
Yep.
And it was just more of like, wow, you went against what I wanted and you put me as the head coach. And then I give you a winning record and then you get rid of me. Cool. All right. So
I'm gonna be very honest. Once I heard all of that shit, because I was I gave him to a hard time, and that was out of place. It was just like I was concerned about him. I'm like, yo, the dude has concussions and hip injuries and this and that, and I was more concerned. It wasn't coming. I would say like maybe it came across as hate, but like for me, it was just more concern. I'm like, I don't know if he can last. When I heard all that shit, though, I ain't gonna lie. I'll be at my job. Like, think about it. I'll be at my job, and like, I like to be spoken to a certain way, and there's different ways that you need to communicate with people. I've been a manager before. I know how to talk to different people, and Tua, I don't know him from nothing. I know him from TV. You know what I'm saying? I watch him on television, right? I even know I would not talk to him that way because he don't come across as somebody that you can talk to that way. And I feel bad. I really do feel bad for the kid. I feel like he really got a rough. I mean, like think about being drafted and.
But that's the thing. That's the thing. I don't want to cut you off. But that's the thing in the NFL is like if one person's against you, they will drag you through the mud.
Yeah.
Like I know you dog me for my take on Jets players, but like this is what I see happen with them all the time. Like when you take shit away from them or you don't set up players to be successful, they're gonna lose confidence. They're gonna like everybody wants you to be Peyton Manning.
But that's one thing though. But like if my immediate boss is telling me to my face every day, I don't even want you. It's like, bro, what am I like? That's the shit that that hurt me a little bit for real.
It takes a special person to do something like that. And Tua, I think it took him to get paid, realize his worth, and said, you know what? I'm worth it. Now it's time for me to say something about Brian Flores. And I love Brian Flores. Hearing that hurt me to say that he was like
it hurt. Yeah.
But for him to acknowledge it and say I could have did better, I give him his praise. I'm all for it.
Agreed. I give him his praise for admitting that, and I also give Tua praise for like having like the wherewithal to be like, look, this is what happened. So like to me, both it was like it's a learning experience for both of them. Like, look, you're not always gonna work for somebody who's gonna be the nicest person to you, and you need to know how to like. This is a different time. You can't talk like football coaches in 1976 cannot be football coaches today because it's not the same, though. Like, but when I played in high school, like,
go guard the black boy over there.
When I played in high school, they used to just pick me up by the helmet and throw me back down to the ground. Oh, you can't do that shit no more, dog. So
grab me by the face mask,
dog. All that dumb shit. So like, I think everybody learned from this situation. Back to the Dolphins. 9.5. Their schedule is not too hard. People got paid. There's some good players over there. All right, really quick. Can we just skip past the Patriots real quick? Because I want to compare y'all and the Jets.
We're going to talk about the Patriots really quick.
Okay. Because I want to compare y'all and the Jets.
I'm taking the over on the Dolphins. I'm taking the
over too. And my division winner I'm between y'all and the Dolphins. So before I give my division winner, I'm going to say my person to draft from the Dolphins. I would love to have an angry Tua on my team. So give me Tua. Because Tyreek obviously, but give me Tua as an angry player. Um, and I'll go over on the 9.5. I won't say my division winner yet. Which
I'm gonna say my sleeper pick is gonna be Jonnu Smith, giving me a solid tight end that can possibly do the gritty over Gesicki. So
they got too many weapons over there. It's hard. But anyway, let's talk about the Patriots real quick so that we can get to the Jets and then I can do
all
my
right,
do
run
my
through
shit.
additions. Jacoby Brissett is back in the building. Antonio Gibson, I don't know what to think of that. Good complimentary to Ramondre Stevenson, who also signed a 4-year deal. Kendrick Bourne, who's always getting hurt, signed a 3-year deal. KJ Osborne, the most drop passes in the NFL, is there. Found your boy finally. Found your boy that they took over Justin Jefferson. Say it with me. Jalen Rager.
I know I saw him in the preseason game. This bum ass. All right.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Hunter Henry, I'm so sorry you're here and ruining your career there. Austin Hooper, I'm so sorry you fell off since Atlanta. Mitchell Wilcox, go Bulls.
Go Bulls. I saw you
Yeah,
in the preseason game too,
I
dog.
saw it too. Mike Onwenu is there, re-signed offensive line or re-signed. He's an offensive lineman. Okafor signed offensive tackle,
I mean,
and Kyle
what's the
Duggar. Kyle
what's
Duggar.
the biggest one of them all? Bill Belichick, after 24 plus years, is no longer there. It's a
That's it. It's a
brand
new
new
regime.
regime.
And they also lost Matthew Judon to the fucking.
Oh, to the Falcons, yeah. Who I've been telling y'all. I told y'all last year. Now I'm telling y'all again. Here they come. I'm telling they went and got, ever since we ended last week, they went and got what's his name, the safety.
But Judon also said he would like to retire. I'd like to retire a Patriot. So
That's not happening. Anyway, all I'm saying is here we go. 4.5. I'm going under. I'm sorry.
taking the under too. All right, boys.
Give me
These
Ramondre
guys, to
Stevenson.
quote Vic, these guys stink.
Yeah,
Okay, they
give
stink.
me Ramondre Stevenson. However, you were just talking about Hunter Henry. That's my second tight end on every team that I draft. Hunter Henry is going to be my second tight end everywhere. Because whether it's Drake May or Jacoby Brissett, they going to give the ball to Ramondre or to Hunter Henry.
Safety blanket.
Exactly. That's all I got for the Patriots. Hey, Vic, Sammy, I wish y'all was here to talk about it, but I don't blame y'all. It's gonna be rough, but don't worry, bro. It's gonna be okay. It's gonna be rough. I don't know who's coming out next year, but
I ain't gonna be here.
Good luck. All right, can we get to the Jets?
Let's get to my boys.
All right, man. Take it away.
All right, you have the New York Jets who are fucking fighting for all of this camaraderie we have, all of this. Oh, this team should be this. We have Aaron Rodgers going to peyote and ayahuasca in the offseason to come back late, to just be like nonchalant coming into practice and be slinging the ball around, to be arguing with his receivers. But really, there's love there. So I don't care what they put on Instagram or Twitter or any of that bullshit. My man, once again, we had another offseason, okay? We had another offseason. We went and got probably, in my maybe yours too, one of the top 3 backup quarterbacks in the NFL, and Tyrod Taylor. Don't call him Ty God for no reason, okay? But when he gets in that game, you know.
I ain't seen him do shit in years, but go ahead.
You know he's gonna get hurt when he gets in that game.
I ain't seen him do shit in years, but go ahead.
All right, he's just a hater. We went and got Mike Williams, who's a good wide receiver too. He knows
ACL, hip, whatever, Meadowlands. Go ahead.
He's hating. I love it. We went and purged some players from the Baltimore Ravens. We got John Simpson to a 2-year deal, and we traded for Morgan Moses, who's a little bit old. But then we go get Tyron Smith. Okay, how about them Cowboys?
How old is he?
Don't matter. Big boy. Here's some good gets we go get though. We purge a player from the 49ers in Kinlaw. Hassan Reddick joined Japan right now. Maybe he comes back, maybe he doesn't. Solomon Thomas, we bring him back. I'm happy they did that. Chuck Clark is healthy. We re-signed him. And then we re-signed Greg the Leg again. So that is our offseason. It all looks good on paper. But Kay, I'm always nervous with this team. As much as I want to love them, because remember what I said last year. Quote
14.
me on 14. Quote me at 14. I'll never do that again. I don't care if we had Jesus Christ. Allah, and the Buddha all playing on the team. I would never say that again.
How much pressure is Robert Saleh under right now?
This is a lot of pressure. This is a lot of pressure for him.
This is do or die. Am I wrong?
And Joe Douglas too.
And Joe. And Joe.
And Joe. I don't like Joe, but I will come around on Joe the last 2 years. I will come around on Joe the last 2 years. All right. So or 2 of the 5 years he's been there. I will come around.
I don't know, bro, because I'm still, if I'm a Jets fan, last year pisses me off. Y'all went and got all these Aaron Rodgers people just to appease Aaron Rodgers, and none of them was good no more. Like, none of them was good no more.
They weren't. But Zach Wilson
now I go get Hassan Reddick, not with a deal in place already. So what the hell am I doing with that?
But y'all bamboozled us.
That's not my fault. You should know better. You used to work for me. You used to work.
Listen, bro. I'm not praising this franchise for anything that they.
No. I'm speaking as my dog Howie Roseman to you, Mr. Douglas. You used to work for me. How are you dumb?
Are you dumb? Howie Roseman and Danny Ainge are interchangeable. They could run a franchise and fleece anybody all they want.
Hey, Aaron, y'all ain't got no control over that situation. Just like I had no control over the Brett Favre situation. It's the same shit over and over. To me, I am concerned, bro.
Personally, I'm not concerned because I watch the media tape every day. I see the way Aaron Rodgers interacts with the fans, interacts with the players, interacts with the coaching staff. The one thing I'm looking for is I need Nathaniel Hackett to be what we brought in, and Alan Lazard. Don't say that.
Nathaniel Hackett was a train wreck.
Worry about your team that lost to the Buccaneers, okay? Worry about your team that lost to the Buccaneers.
Yeah, the team that made the playoffs, right? Y'all ain't made the playoffs in 14 years. Right. What are you talking about?
Right. My Super Bowl was my starting quarterback that ran out with that American flag, tore his ACL on the 4th play, and we still beat them bum-ass Bills, who's not going to fucking win the division, okay?
And they made the playoffs, and you didn't, but go ahead.
And then they won
the division. And they won the division, too. Go ahead.
They won the division, and where do they go?
To the playoffs.
And where do they go after that?
To the couch.
Cancun, with you. Exactly. So I don't give a fuck. So here's what I'm saying is that I watch everything. I read the beat writers. I look at everything. I see a lot of chirpiness from the team. But I also see a lot of cohesion. I see Garrett Wilson get at Aaron Rodgers, and I see Aaron Rodgers get at Garrett Wilson, and then at the end there's camaraderie. Okay, I understand what I did wrong. All right, I did this wrong. Okay. I see a lot of that. I see good growth in the running back room. I see the Nigerian nightmare that we have on the team getting leapfrogged by the rookie that we have. Allen, he's fucking a beast. That dude is a monster. If Breece Hall wasn't who he is, this guy would be the starting fucking quarterback. I'm gonna tell you right now, he'd be the starting quarterback because he's such a fucking monster. Yeah, starting running back. My bad. And Mike Williams is off the PUP list, so he's practicing. Garrett Wilson is doing good. And I'm going to tell you right now, Alan Lazard is still on the team. That is still he's trash, but that's Aaron Rodgers' homeboy. That's his homeboy. I'm telling you, it's a homeboy. Okay?
It was his homeboy in Green Bay, too, and he was wide open in the middle of the field, didn't throw the ball to him.
Okay, but hey, you learn from your mistakes. I'm going to say this. The only hole we have right now, and it's bothering me and it pisses me off because do your homework, and Hassan Reddick is disgruntled. I get that. But that's the biggest hole I have right now is the whole Hassan Reddick thing because we traded Bryce Huff away to get him. And now he's enjoying Japan. So
how do you trade for somebody that you know the reason why we traded him is because we can't pay him? Y'all going just assume that he's going to take the money elsewhere?
The same reason that Atlanta traded for the Patriots, Matt Judon. They said.
But what did Judon say?
He said, I ain't going to play for this team if they don't pay me.
No, Judon said Atlanta don't know shit about me, so I'm gonna go prove myself. That's because he's in a
In the beginning, when he got there, he said, "We're far apart in contracts. I ain't gonna play." And then they must have said something that he was like, "They don't know about me. I'm gonna prove myself." In the beginning, when he got there, he was disgruntled. Look it up. Look it up.
Ooh, I'm just saying, bro. I've had concerns, and I was looking at it earlier. I looked at y'all plus 180 to win the division. The Dolphins is plus 200. I looked at what the Dolphins did over the offseason. I looked at what y'all did over the offseason. I was like, I got an angry younger Tua. I got an old man, Aaron Rodgers, who's doing book tours now. He got an autobiography out. He's immunized and he's going to Egypt and I mean, there's a lot of just shit going on. I don't think Robert Saleh has enough grasp over all this shit going on. I don't think Joe Douglas has grasp over this going on. I think that there's a lot of issues, and I think you guys have enough talent to overcome a lot of those issues. Miami is what 9.5. Y'all is 9.5. I got both of y'all going over, but and y'all have the fourth easiest schedule, mind you. So y'all should win 11 games. But I also think the Dolphins should win 11 games, maybe at 12.
I'm going to tell you this, man. I have gone with my entire mantra with this team of like, they're going to disappoint me. And this is the first year I have not paid attention to this fucking team. I turn on SportsCenter. Is Aaron Rodgers? Hassan Reddick is this? Is Mike Williams? Like, I see it all the time. And you know what I do? Silence it.
I ain't gonna lie. Because every time they talk about Nick Sirianni and Jalen Hurts don't get along, I'm like, I'm about to hear this bullshit. So I get it. I
don't want to hear it. This is the first year I'm doing this because this is a make or break year for this team. This is a make or break year for this team because after this, Aaron Rodgers is done. He's done. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. He is done. Okay? He's going on a book tour. He's going to do his fucking whatever he wants to do. But this is the year, okay? And I don't want to play into any distractions. I don't want to pay into my fandom. I don't want to pay because I'm a fair weather fan. You know me. I don't root for this team. They break my heart. This is the first year that I say I'm going with the flow on things. We're at 9.5, right? 9.5?
Yeah.
Going the over on it. Going the over on it.
That's fair. And
I'm not telling you
what we're easiest schedule. I hope y'all really go over the over like you should. But do you feel concerned?
I don't. This is the first year I don't feel concerned. I should if I'm paying attention to everything like I should. I watch the videos. I read the beat writers. I see what they're saying. And it all looks good. It all looks good. And I can't formulate what I can see, okay? Because we can put like team looks great and camaraderie, but Aaron Rodgers has also missed 2 weeks or 3 weeks of practice. We can look at that. We can look at all of that. We can look at Hassan Reddick's not here. Next guy up. Michael Clemens has been wearing black Air Force Ones every day since they drafted him. He came into fucking training camp with a spike bat. Okay, I can look at that and I can appreciate that.
What gonna do with the spike bat?
Doesn't matter, man.
What gonna do? Hit the other quarterback? Come on, man. You can't do shit with that.
I need this team to be healthy. I don't give a fuck, bro. I don't give a shit what you say. This is my team. This is what I look at.
Hey, man, I know that. It's cool.
I want them to be healthy. I want them to go out there and play for what they're there for. A lot of those guys that we got are on 1-year deals. And after that, they're gone. The whole D line that we had that was fucking spectacular, they're all gone. They're all gone. Quentin Jefferson, Sheldon Rankins, Carl Lawson, they're all gone. Now we had to re-scrap and do this, and we thought Hassan Reddick was going to be the savior, but he ain't there. So praying to God they find a deal to get that done. If not, c'est la vie. We're on to the next one. But I got faith in this team to win more than 9.5 games. So go on the over.
Have them to win the division. In conclusion.
This is my last year of saying this. Absolutely fucking yes, we win the division. My last year of saying this until I see what happens in the offseason.
All right.
We win the division. Fuck them. Fuck the
going
Bills.
to stick to the Dolphins as my division winner this year. I'm taking the angry Tua, and we're gonna see what happens. We're gonna see what happens. So, I got the Dolphins, you got the Jets. We both got the Ravens, the Chiefs, and the Texans, right?
Yeah.
All right, cool. We will do our final predictions on everything as far as like AFC champion, NFC champion, all that shit. The Wednesday before the season starts. So we'll get to all that. We need to figure out what we're gonna do with fantasy football because it's getting close, and I got drafts tomorrow and Sunday. It's about to get crazy over here. So, long story short, damn, I really hope y'all do well though, because like it'd be good for the city. It'd be good for the Jet fans because y'all ain't got shit going good for y'all in a long time. But
Listen, and I'm drunk. You see this eye
yeah,
compared to
I leaning, bro. My dog,
leaning, bro.
he
This is
leaning right now. But
this is how I feel about the Jets right here. This is the Jets. Tracy
all
McGrady
right,
today.
Jet fan, tell your naysayers. Tell your naysayers what you got to say to your naysayers, Jet fan.
Keep good people in your corner. Keep good people in your corner because I've needed it for these last 2 months, and I have the most amazing support system in my corner. When you see somebody that's there and you value who they are as a person, and you can tell them that you love them unconditionally, man, woman, child, whatever it is, keep them in your corner. Keep them fucking close. Because those are the people that get you through the dark times.
Yeah, it ain't the Pinot saying that. That wasn't the cab saying that. That wasn't the whiskey. That wasn't the. It was that was straight from the heart. Where can they find us at, A-Rod?
You can find us on Twitter at fair_weatherpod. You can find us on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok, right? TikTok's still around, right?
That's the thing. Yes, the thing.
That's the thing. All right. Search the Fairweather Podcast. You can find us there. Where you subscribe or listen to podcast audio, search the Fairweather Podcast. You can find us there. I'll give you the last words, bro. I don't
I
need
ain't
a
got
lot.
nothing crazy to say, man. I got some fantasy drafts coming up, bro. I've been doing a lot of mocks. I've been killing that shit. So, hey, come the end of December, when the season ends, whenever the season ends, where A-Rod wearing that mayonnaise that mayonnaise parfum, and I'm winning this little fantasy money, and the Eagles is going to the Super Bowl. I'm just saying, I told you so.
We on the same team, though. If we make a fantasy league, we on the same team.
I know. I'm talking about the other shit I got. I got a lot of other shit going on, but that's all I got to say. Shout out to Vic and Sammy. We gonna see y'all soon. Adios. The OGs is here. Peace.